All right, we're live. We are live, and we've talked about how not every watch along is going to be the final round of the U.S. Open. Let's put it that way.
It's not going to be pumped full of drama.
I was looking at my phone today, and I thought, Cameron Young never won before on the PGA Tour. Big story.
All right, we're live.
Oh, we're in the double.
We are live,
and
and
we've talked about how not
week.
every. Okay, we're gone now though. We figured it out. Yeah, I think there's probably some other overlap too. No, we should be good now. I was thinking, maybe he'll go backwards. Maybe Nico will play an inspired front nine and put some pressure. It's gone the other way. So he started the day with a 5-shot lead, and Cameron Young currently has an 8-shot lead with 9 holes to play. Now, there's good parts of this and there's bad parts of this. Okay, the good parts of this are it's probably going to be a quick stream, right? They're probably we're looking very doubtful for a playoff. The bad parts of this are Cameron Young's leading the golf tournament by 8, and Cameron Young doesn't show a lot of emotion all the time. So we're gonna focus on some other things today. One of the things we're gonna focus on is Jackson Kovven, #1 amateur in the world, as we've talked about on this channel a lot. Kind of the heir apparent to Luke Clanton. He opted to play in this week in the Wyndham over the Western Am because there's nothing really for him to do in the amateur game anymore. So he's only going to play the US Am. I think it's going to be the only amateur event that he plays this year. US Am, and then and then the Walker Cup at Cyprus.
Where's the US Am this year?
That is a fantastic question. I do not know where the US Am is this year.
I'm going to look it up.
I want to say Minnesota, but I think that was last year. I can't remember where it is. But we're going to look at the FedEx Cup bubble. We're going to try to see if Jackson Kovven get his first top 5 on the PGA Tour. And we're gonna lock in. Gary Woodland's on the golf course right now. He's in 72nd on the projected FedEx Cup playoff bubble. So we're gonna hang out. We're gonna take your questions. It is a runaway. Zane is in the chat. I want everyone who's in the chat to talk because we need some juice today.
Speaking of Zane, it's also Ian Baker Finch's last broadcast.
That's right.
Zane and I met him at the Masters this year. We got to shake his hand.
Was he nice?
What a gentleman. Yeah.
Nice guy.
Exactly what you think.
IBF sounds like IBS.
Yeah.
It does.
He seemed tired. I was like, man, this guy. He just walked all the way over here from the tower, and he's gonna come back. He's like, oh, I can come back. I'm gonna be.
It was funny. Like I was kind of like the Open was my 25th major that I had covered, and I was like, that's kind of a lot. He was saying that he's probably done 900 golf tournaments.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you've done 25, oh my God.
That's like 1 year for him. Yeah. I mean, it's honestly, dude, the play-by-play stuff is, I just couldn't do it.
You could. It's all about preparation.
No, I could do it. Like I'm capable of doing it. I'm saying like for my life, I don't think that I could do it.
Oh, see, I would love it.
You're there all week though. That's like, you're not in the doghouse for the watch along. You know what I mean? You are like, it's probably 95 degrees right now over there. And actually, no, it's not. I think Willie actually said, let's actually check the weather in Greensboro. I saw Willie tweeted that he's been living in the South for however long. Yeah, the high is 73 today. He said, I've never seen 73 high in the South in August.
73 might be like ideal golf temperature.
It's pretty nice. Yeah, they're not, usually in North Carolina you get a little ass sweat. Not this week.
US Am is at Olympic Club this year. So
oh, that's
I would also
sick.
sign up for that.
Yeah, so he's just on the California diet. He's playing Olympic Club in the US Am, and then he's gonna play Cyprus in the Walker Cup. Here's Nico. Looks like it's going a little bit right. Nico's got kind of an interesting golf swing. He keeps his head down. Yeah, he overcut that. He keeps his head down just a little bit longer than most people do.
That's what they tell you, huh?
But he like takes it to the extreme where he almost like finishes it and then comes out of it. You know what I'm saying? It's like
interesting. He's got no problem with hip turn.
No, he's had a good year, and he's another guy who is going to make the playoffs. I think. Where is he projected? Nico Echeverria's got to be in the 40s now.
Can't imagine.
Yeah, 45th, but. It's gonna be tight for him. So that makes next week absolutely huge. Remember, top 50 is that magic number for getting into the signature events for next year. So you're seeing some guys near this. You got a pretty spicy bubble here going into next week with Jake Knapp and Jordan Spieth and Wyndham Clark and Mumu Lee. It's gonna be a fun one to watch next week. We're gonna go back down to this because this
Where's
is kind of.
Joel at? We just saw him.
Joel's in the 80s. So Joel needed.
He's fighting for what? I guess he's safe in the top 100 battle of it.
Well, no. So basically, the way it works, and there's a lot of confusion about this. I saw a lot of people asking me like, "How does it work? How does it work?" So the top 70, there's 100 cards, right? The top 70 after this week locked. It's not the order's not locked, but those 70 are locked in. They are advanced to the playoffs. They are guaranteed to finish they can't go below 70. Everyone from 71 through, I don't know, like 150 or whatever it is, they then have to play the fall.
Right.
But the points carry over. So it doesn't start anew. but the points carry over, and then it's a new points list that goes through the end of the fall. And then 71 through 100 on that list get the last 30 cards.
So those guys compete with their current point
Correct.
total for the fall.
Correct.
Everything, it doesn't wipe clean.
It doesn't wipe clean. So, like, it still matters for Joel. Like, Joel's projected 92nd, but he came in this week at 101st. So it's huge to get, like, no, it doesn't. It's not huge. But it still helps because he's like 90.
Got a buffer.
Right. He's got a little bit of a buffer, or at least he's starting in a better position. But, like, I don't know if he's on the golf course still, but Matty Schmidt is in the best. So it doesn't just completely wipe clean. It's not like its own self-contained points list. It still carries over, if that makes sense.
Now, can you explain?
James says, need Cam to continue to run away with this. Why? Do you have him to win? Someone's going to come in the chat and say, I have a ticket on Cam Young to win by at least 7 shots for 50 to 1.
If anybody out there bet on Cam Young, tell us when you got, like, what.
Well, also just like, yeah, like someone's going to be like, yeah, I have Cam to win by exactly 8 shots and it's 500 to 1. It always happens. Hi, Dan and Ben. Love all the shows. Why does it seem like everyone hates on Cam Young so much? It's an interesting one. He's like target number 1 for golf gambling because he's finished. I think he has at least 5. I'm gonna check it. Top 10s in major. He has 5 seconds, I think, but I want to say that he has like 5 top 10s in majors, maybe even more. He just had, he finished. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he has 6 top 10s in majors and 18 starts. So he's finishing top 10 in a third of the majors that he plays. And I think the reason people hate Cam Young or don't like him is a couple of reasons. Number 1, he doesn't show any emotion. Number 2, he is like an impossibly talented golfer, and I think everyone expects more out of him. And like the numbers show that he should be. This is an extremely gross thing that's on my TV right now. I don't know if they're showing this CBS Ion Health situation, but I'm looking at a lot of drugs.
Meanwhile, it's probably them telling us there's like a new pandemic we have to watch out for.
You know,
I don't need
Demodex mites. Like I'm looking at mites. I don't want to see fucking mites on my TV.
Get the mites out of my.
Get the mites out of here. I want to watch Cam Young stripe golf shots. But I think it's just like a little bit of frustration because he should be better than he is. Like he probably is the best, most accomplished player without a win. Him and Tommy Fleetwood. I mean, maybe Tommy gets the edge there, but those two guys, I think, everyone bets on him every week because the numbers say you should bet on him, and then he never wins. So I think people get frustrated with that. I have a long
form answer to this question.
Let's hear it.
I think that golf fans are very petty, and they get like emotionally hurt when a guy like Cam Young, he had that 1 year where I think he had 2 like seconds in majors.
Well, he finished second.
What year was that?
2022. So he finished 1 shot out of the playoff at Southern Hills. I remember that when JT beat Mito Pereira, and then he finished 1 back of Cam Smith.
Yep. So you think, okay, 2023 is this guy's year. Like he's going to win a major. He's going to have a couple wins. Like, and he went quiet since then.
Totally
he had some
quiet.
Other top 10s, but like, so I think golf fans feel burnt because we're constantly waiting for like that next.
Yeah.
We're like desperate for like who's the next star? Who's the next star who we can latch onto?
Right.
And people get hurt by.
I mean, today was actually like I was thinking about this. We're gonna talk about this in the show tomorrow. Like Nelly's run at world number 1 is over, I believe.
Gino.
And her and Scotty last year were like they both won like 6 in a row, and it was like it's so cool that they're both doing this at the same time.
Yeah.
And you just expect this game is just not linear, and you expect that it's like, oh, this guy's showing signs. Here's Jackson Quaven for par. This guy, if you talk to anybody on 12, that's gonna miss on the right.
Oh, man, he's mad.
He's got the pro miss already. Like didn't go left. I like that Auburn kind of in the middle back there.
Yeah, me too.
That's nice. Looks like it was screen printed like last night. Doesn't it look a little off center there?
Like
but
you're getting a lot of TV.
No, everyone says that like this guy's putting is absolutely out of control. Let's see what his putting stats are this week, because everyone says that the thing about Kovven is that his putting is like generationally good. Which a lot of times you hear with these young kids, it's like, oh, he hits it so good, he hits it so good. They're like, no, this guy rolls his absolute pill. Shot details, stats. He's only 32nd in putting. He's doing it he's doing it with his ball striking. 21st off the tee and 11th in approach. That's good signs.
Driving accuracy.
Yeah. Is he?
Yeah.
He's at 82% of his fairways. He's the real deal, man. He is the real deal. I got a feeling he's gonna like win majors. And we have it's one of the fun things about doing this college series is like we have all this footage now of him like he's like a child. It was only 2 years ago. Was it 2 years ago or 1 year ago? It was
probably almost a year and a half ago.
Yeah. It was like it was like a year ago, year and a half ago, whatever it was. And yeah, but he had just finished his freshman year, and he just seems like a kid in the video. And so I feel like when he wins majors and stuff, and we have all this footage of like all his teammates like calling him like, you know, golden child and stuff.
Right?
They call him the golden child, yeah. That's the frustration, Dan. Cameron Young is only going to get the win because his field isn't that good. He's in my season-long draft pool, and pick pool is not big money, just more the love of the picks. Well, your pick is good, James. Your pick is very good. for this week because we are marching toward a Cameron Young victory.
I think the field's pretty good to argue against that.
The field, this was actually one of the stronger fields.
And one of the more motivated fields,
People, yeah, exactly. You have to go. People just like think that if they don't see like all the top names on the first page of the leaderboard, that the field isn't good. Like sometimes those guys just don't play well.
Yeah.
You know? Like, let's see, FedEx Cup. Oh no, that's not what I want to see. But I mean, I know, like I want like Spieth was in the field.
Tony Finau.
Ricky was in the field. Let's see, Michael Kim, our boy, in the field. Luke Clanton was in the field. Max Homa missed the cut. It was a pretty Adam Scott in the field. It was a pretty strong field actually.
Yeah.
Not as bad as people thought. But yeah, no, it's just a reminder of like, you know, a lot of times you have all the best players. Sometimes the live leaderboards are random and they got all these major champions. Wow. They are really doing things with these on-course interviews. That's Cameron Young's dad with the Sleepy Hollow logo.
No, that's great.
Yeah, he was the head pro at Sleepy Hollow for, I think he retired to travel full-time with Cam, and he's just walking in the fairway doing an interview. They also did an interview with Cam on the first tee, which you don't see very often, like before his round. Wow. Maybe they're thinking the same thing we're thinking.
I love that suit Amanda's wearing, by the way. That's sick.
That is a swaggy suit. I like that. Yeah, they're getting a little adventurous with this coverage, which I think is absolutely appropriate given it.
I think it's cool that they usually would do this like outside the ropes.
I'm saying it's just in the middle of the fairway.
Yeah,
it's
this. I wonder if his dad does walk because he's like his coach too, isn't he?
Yeah, but you're not. The coaches don't walk inside the ropes, so I don't know. Maybe there's I don't know what's going on. Maybe maybe they're getting a little loose. Last day of the regular season, you know, they're like anyone can go.
IBF's last day, they're just letting him call the show.
Cam Young on 11. We're gonna get this pause and then the rip. That looks pretty good. Drawing a little bit left. He looks like he pulled it a little left of where he wants it. Still in the air. Man, that thing's in the air for a long time, and it's totally fine. That thing is down there. I don't know what he was worried about. Maybe there's a bunker he thought he wasn't going to carry, but yeah, Cam Young's got a 9-shot lead, and he's in the first cut on 11. So, and that went 353, and he's got 118 yards. Yeah, it looks like he was maybe concerned about that bunker we can see on the Tourcast on the left. I mean, I'm looking forward to speaking to Cam today. You know,
yeah.
Hopefully we get some smiles. I'm going to try to break him a little bit. You know. Shipley is the GOAT. #Pittsburgh. Yeah, I actually played 9 holes with Neil Shipley earlier this week. Went down to Jupiter for 15 hours, which was a long way to go for 15 hours, but went down there to film an On the Bag, one of my caddy series with Daniel Berger, which was awesome. And then afterwards, he was like, "Hey, do you want to play?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." So we played, and then we saw Neil Shipley, and he's like, "Do you mind if I join you guys?" So it ended up me, Daniel Berger, and Neil Shipley for 9 holes. I was the worst player in the group by far. Are you going to the Walker Cup, says Josh Schellenberger? Unfortunately, I am not. I am taking my wife on a vacation to Mexico after the season because the only vacation I've taken so far this year was a golf trip to Ireland, and that didn't go over super well. So we are going to Mexico. We're going to Mayakoba, which used to be a PGA Tour golf course. I don't know do they still have the live event there? I think it's a live golf course now. So
they have all kinds of live branding there, like all the time. Like,
do they?
Around the driving range and stuff.
My
sister-in-law got married there.
It's a lovely. You've been?
Yeah,
it's a nice place. How's it go? There's only like a couple holes in the ocean, right?
Yeah,
it's like not. I know there's that par 3 on the back.
Par 3. It's a nice little par 3. It's a shorty. I think it's like 120, 130.
A quick word about Alex Noren, love from Sweden. Yeah, Alex Noren has had very interesting year. So Alex Noren showed up he had a good year last year, very good year last year. Maybe he got to the Tour Championship. He definitely was in the top 50, so he was in all the elevated events. He pulled up to Hawaii trying to play, and then had a hamstring injury and didn't play again until May, and has come back in pretty good form, all things considered. But look, Alex Noren's a grinder. Another guy who hasn't won on the PGA Tour, by the way. But Alex Noren is a grinder. And, 4 under round today. He's in tie for 6.
Wow, 62 on Thursday.
62 on Thursday. It's sort of a similar week to Joel, where they went crazy low on Thursday and then kind of stuck in neutral. Joel did just hole out, by the way, an eagle right before we came on here, which was, sometimes you don't get the clip that you're looking for. Sometimes, a day like this would have been really great if we were live when Joel Damon holed out, but we weren't, and that's okay.
We're just getting our ducks in a row.
Utah update, Taylor Montgomery and Robbie Shelton lead at -16. Johnny Kiefer, who I smoked pot with, is -11 through 7. And actually, it's a joke based on Sloan Kettering. I have to say that every time because I just don't want. I have to say it. I have to say it quickly after because I don't want someone to clip that and Johnny Kiefer be like, "I've never met that guy. I never met that guy. I've absolutely never met him." What's up, Aussie golfer?
Aussie
nice
golfer.
To see you. Davis Thompson has a 13-point lead over Matty Schmid for the 70th spot. Yep, we got our eyes on that. Hopefully they'll show us. I'm going to pull up a leaderboard so we can see. Yeah, let's see. Schmid. So Schmid is out there. Oh, and Schmid is making a mess too. Wow. Schmid is 4 over. This is a huge last 4 holes for Matty Schmid. So Matty Schmid was in a tie for 13th starting the day. So he was flying into the playoffs. Now he's down to projected 71st. Mark Hubbard is right there. Gary Woodland is right there. Is Davis Thompson still on the course? And Davis Thompson's still on the course. So we got a lot to keep an eye on here. The names that we're looking at really is Cam Davis out there, and Cam Davis is done. So Cam Davis is done, shot 1 over. Not exactly what you're looking for. You'd like to see a couple under to kind of book your place. Nikolai Højgaard is also done. He's gonna. It's not looking good for Nikolai to make the playoffs. So this week does change a lot because if you're in the top 70. First of all, you're playing next week, and you don't have to play in the fall. Anything you do in the fall is like you're playing for money, basically. Yeah, you're just playing for money. So, which is great. Money's great. We love money. We like money. Gary Woodland here. I'm rooting for Gary. After all Gary's been through, that's a lovely chip there on 14. About 6 feet left. I'm rooting for Gary to get into the playoffs. I think that would be an awesome story. Given, I think he deserves it. Not that Mark Hubbard, who is a knockaround guy, and Mark Hubbard is playing really well this week. Started the week 98th and is trying to make a push. But I don't know. I feel like my heart's with Gary. And Mark Hubbard's in a tie for second, so he needs one last birdie here on 18 would be massive for Hubs.
For a guy like Schmid, you hate to shoot 3 rounds in the 60s
and then just throw up all over yourself when it's winning time. Yeah, or not even winning time, but playoff time, I should say. Yeah. But no, it's gonna be fun to see how this turns out. And they're definitely gonna show Hubbard, even though we're ahead of him. Apparently, he made par on 17 already. But they're definitely gonna show Hubbard on 18. He needs a birdie, I would think, to have a chance. Again, we're watching on mute. So if you guys have more information than we do, Ricky is likely to make it. He's in 64th, and Ricky is, where is he on the leaderboard? Ricky's projected 64th. No, that's not what we're looking for. And he is done. Yeah, Ricky's in. I'm going to give it, Ricky's in. Ricky will be in the playoffs. That's nice. That's good. Yeah. Making the playoffs is not as easy. You remember how, but back in the day, it was 125 made the playoffs, so it's a lot more difficult now. And especially if you're not playing in all the signature events. Now, Ricky obviously did get a lot of invites into the signature events, but like for Max Homa to be in every signature event and miss the playoffs, not even be in the top 100 is...
Yeah, what do we say about sponsors invites?
Pretty impressive. Play
well.
Yeah,
you got to show up.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to prove you're worth the invite.
Yeah, and he has. Yeah, he's been solid this year. It hasn't been anything crazy, but Ricky's been a little bit more consistent this year. Yeah, Spieth the same way. Spieth is borderline top 50 right now. Yeah, he's 48th. Is he done? Spieth is, he's done in the house, tied for 31st. Sungjae, Willie's probably in a world of hurt right now.
Bad Saturday for Sungjae.
Sungjae goes 64, and then I texted Willie, and he said, this is our first time being, we got Cameron Young on 11 here from the first cut. He said it was our first time being in a final group in 60 events caddying for him, and he proceeds to shoot 73 on Saturday, and he's looking like it's going to be another high score on Sunday. So our T's and P's are out to Willie Wilcox because it's always quiet. It's always quiet when they play because there's a bit of a language barrier. I think when he's struggling, it gets extremely quiet. Well, Dan and Bren break down the fact that Rory is skipping Memphis tomorrow. Yes, we will indeed. I've got a lot of thoughts on it. I'll give you a little bit of a spark notes. I completely understand what he's doing. And I think it's an unintended consequence of the new Tour Championship format. Gary Woodland's got that fake lab TaylorMade putter, and he missed it. That hurts. And he's got a little bit coming back. Rammed that hard for par on 14. Mac Meissner, I remember Mac, he was in a feature group when we did the Corn Ferry event back in 2023. I remember I was with his group when we did the NV5 Invitational presented by Old National Bank. Don't know if it's still presented by Old National Bank, but in my head it is. They got their money's worth on that.
His style. He's got a big hanging shirt.
Yeah, well, he's a big, tall, skinny dude. All right, Hubbard for 17. Oh, we've already, this hasn't been on the leaderboard for ages. I'm gonna pretend like I'm surprised. What's going on? Is he going to make it? Oh, no, it just missed. Oh, dang. Wait, no, we want this here. And then where is our, and then we're done here. And we want to go back to, there we go. All right, Gary Woodland for bogey on 14. That one's in. Yeah, that's the TaylorMade version of the lab, I think. Isn't it? It's definitely, because Wax is the same putter. There's Dan Jenkins, RIP, on the right side. I don't know what's going on Golf Channel. I can't find the Corn Ferry event. I don't think it's on TV. I don't think it's on TV. So, yep, Davis Thompson, 11-point lead over Schmidt and Mark Hubbard. So, a birdie here for Mark Hubbard could change absolutely everything.
Come on, Hubs.
Could change absolutely everything.
Knock it around, my bro.
Yeah, knock around. Team knock around. All right, here's Nico. His third shot on 11. Fatted it right out. Is that right? 2 fats?
2 fats.
It's probably the grainiest Bermuda you've ever seen in your life.
He had a real tough lie the first time, and I didn't blame him. I think he gave it all he got.
Yeah. Is it on TV? It's on TV. It's on 7 p.m. Eastern tonight. So is it tape delayed or is that it's in Utah? So was that 1 hour event? Yeah, it's not going to be. It's got to be tape delayed then.
7 EST.
Yeah, but still, that's a long way from now. Let me see if the Corn Ferry event is. We're a little all over the place today.
Matty Schmidt.
You can understand.
Shot counts for this boy.
Every shot does count for Matty Schmidt. This is third into the par 5 15th, and that's well short. That's well short. It's interesting when you watch like a broadcast like this, because usually you only see the best players who are playing the best, and so you see a lot of really good shots. And I think it's one of
both ends.
I think it's one of the reasons why people like when you show them average stats about golfers. They're like the average shot from 160 yards in the fairway is like 30 feet, 32 feet. And you show that to the average person watching golf, they're like, no, it's not. Like, I see these guys hit it close all the time. It's like, well, you don't see the guy who's 4 over through 14 holes and 20 shots back of the leader.
Skying every green.
Like we just saw one with Matty Schmidt there where it's like, it's just, it gives you a more realistic view of professional golf. It's not always, guys flagging iron shots constantly. So we're locked in on all ends today. And there's nowhere to hide. It's amazing that Matty Schmidt has probably played 25 events this year or whatever it is. He's probably hit thousands and thousands of golf shots. It's gonna come down to one shot. Yeah. It always does. That's why you always have to grind with that's one of the beauties of the FedEx Cup of the season long points list is like for these guys. Yeah, it might not matter that much to Rory or whatever. Like he's skipping the event, but making the playoffs is absolutely everything for a guy like Matty Schmidt or a guy like Mark Hubbard, and it's gonna come down to one shot.
It's also the beautiful thing about ball and hole.
That's right.
Right?
That's right. You see, there's always something to play for. We're big ball and hole guys. Ben and I played golf on Friday. It was a lot of fun. Cameron Young playing almost a little chip and run. That's gonna be a par on 11.
He's hitting like 8-foot lag putts at this point.
Yeah, he's on complete autopilot.
I like the lettuce. Gotta give him a shout for that.
It does look good. He's got nice curve. It's got nice vol. It's voluminous.
It's almost
in the
like the Gen Z broccoli haircut. You know
what
I'm talking about?
100%. Yeah. Davis Thompson finds the middle of the green on 14. Good job of the broadcast showing all this. My first tour event in person, I saw Hunter Mahan top and iron from 150. Yeah, there you go. It's not always just flagged iron shots and made 25 footers professionally. You just don't see. I was talking about this with Berger. He was like he finished 30th in the Open, which is like solid, tied for 30th. I was like, how was the week? He's like, fine. I was like, yeah, you didn't get much TV time. He's like, I probably didn't get a single shot on TV. You just don't, he shot a couple under each day. Was never in contention. Was always going to make the cut. And just like collect his, $100,000 or whatever it is and go home.
What's the paycheck for 30th of the Open? It's
probably like 100 G's, I would guess. Solid. Something like that. But yeah, you got expenses and stuff. And you got to pay people. And Nico misses the par. Oh, that was the bogey putt. So Nico makes a double bogey. I think that was a double bogey, wasn't it? Because he fatted one and then double. Oh, it goes bogey, double bogey for Nico to drop all the way to 13 under.
If he wins, which he's going to, what's the Ryder Cup implication?
I don't think it's there yet, but he does have one of those sort of Bethpage games where he hits it. He absolutely mashes it.
Oh, the broadcast will love calling that a home game for him.
Yeah, that's right. From the streets of New York.
Because that is New York and
one of the hardest I've ever laughed was we were at, it was the 20, you know this story. We were at the 2022 Open Championship at St. Andrews, and he's like up near the lead after a couple days, and technically speaking, he his high school, Fordham Prep, I think is where he went, is in the Bronx.
It's in the Bronx, yeah.
And even though he grew up at Sleepy Hollow Country Club and Fordham Prep, there's these 3 insanely nice private high schools that are right there in the Bronx. It's like Fieldston, whatever, and they're like $70,000 a year or whatever it is. And one of these well-meaning Scottish or English, I don't remember, journalist was like, how does a kid from the streets of the Bronx end up on the PGA Tour? And he was like, well,
the streets of the Bronx.
It's not really like, that's not really kind of how it was. Like, I grew up at Sleepy Hollow. It's actually a pretty decent place.
Let me tell you something, man.
I
was eating chopped cheese at 79th and Tremont.
Yeah, he's like, I was moving weight on the corner. He's like, I graduated from the streets, no diploma. He's like, I'm a country
club
kid.
You ever spent the night in a bodega?
Yeah, exactly. I used to sleep with the rats.
Sleepy Hollow is like so quaint and
it's
rich
so
and
nice.
Beautiful.
It's, by the way, it's a Vanderbilt estate. Did you know that?
Oh no.
Yeah. Have you been there? Have you played there? It was the original house was called Woodley, Woodlea, and it was a Vanderbilt estate. I learned a lot about the Vanderbilts last night. Do you want to know why?
Why?
Good question. Emma and I were watching. We're on a real like cheap movie kick. So we're watching Fountain of Youth on Apple TV. John Krasinski and Natalie Portman.
Yeah.
They're looking for the Fountain of Youth, and there's something about the sinking of the Lusitania. Are you familiar with that?
I'm not.
Well, maybe the chat is familiar with the sinking of the Lusitania. I'm dealing with a fucking Philistine right here. The sinking of the Lusitania was sort of what turned public opinion, as we have Cameron Young on the 12th hole. This is why you turn into the stream. I'm gonna bet that Ian Baker Finch is not talking about the sinking of the Lusitania.
Oh, but he wants to.
As Cameron Young turns a shot right into the middle of the green. Oh, with the drama.
Another 18-foot
so the Lusitania was a passenger ship that was going. It was like Titanic level ocean liner, and it was going from New York, I believe, to Liverpool, and a German U-boat shot it down. It was a passenger boat, but it was like had some sort of association with the Royal Navy, so they shot it down, and it killed like 1,100 people.
When was this? Like
1915.
Okay, so World War One.
World War One. So that's what turned like a lot of the isolationists into like, actually fuck these Germans.
Right.
Like, let's actually get. Well, JT Poston just hold a big time hoop on 16 from probably 80 feet from the front of the green. So, and one of the people who died on the Lusitania was a Vanderbilt. And I don't exactly remember. I wasn't 100% sober what the connection was then. But then I just for the next like 40 minutes, I was just staring at my phone in a
Were
Wikipedia.
You out to dinner with friends?
No, I was at home with Emma. Emma was watching it, and I actually had to ask her after 20 minutes. I was like, I just missed the last 20 minutes. Like so I clicked on Vanderbilts. So Cornelius Vanderbilt, who was the patriarch of the family, he started with the railroads and the shipping. He actually didn't build all these opulent estates. It was all of his offspring. Because he lived more like in the late 1800s. These were mostly built between like 1900 and 1930. One of them is the Woodley Estate in Sleepy Hollow, Briarcliff Manor, New York, that is now Sleepy Hollow Country Club.
Is Woodley Estate, is that like a Vanderbilt daughter married a Woodley?
I don't know. I don't know where the name comes from. Woodlea.
I'm still crying. So we're just talking about American history while they get out there.
If you want a little sob story, you can turn on CBS. If you want to learn about the sinking of the Lusitania, then you're in the right place. The sinking of the Lusitania. So yeah, he grew up basically on a Vanderbilt estate.
If you could be sure somebody in the comments knew what you were talking about, it was Laz. I'm glad.
Oh, Laz is sitting there nodding.
He's been the one.
Asheville. Is that the Biltmore, Laz? There's the Biltmore. So then I was looking at a list of the biggest homes in the United States, and they're like all Vanderbilt estates.
Really?
Yeah, dude. There's a lot of them are crazy here. I'm actually gonna look. I'm gonna bring in some of these to the show.
I was gonna pull them on the
Okay. Should we do a little?
I shouldn't just do
No. Let's do it. Okay. We're gonna show all of these. Yeah, Biltmore. I was right. Damn, I'm dialed today. Okay, let's do this.
The
Breakers, bro, in Newport though, not in
Florida.
Florida.
Name all those bars after.
Dude, this there's a Breakers hotel in Florida, but it's different. We're gonna do.
There's a place called The Breakers in Greenpoint, Brooklyn.
Screen capture Vanderbilt Estates. Sorry. You don't want to see any of this. Here we go. Okay, we got the Vanderbilt houses here. Okay, we're just gonna put this right in.
Just put it over me.
I'm putting it over you, so you guys can see. So Cornelius Vanderbilt, I guess he built one. He built one on West 57th Street in Manhattan, which I believe is now Bergdorf Goodman. Commissioner's Plan, Carnegie Hall. Wait, is it Broad? Oh no, that's just the street. I want the Cornelius Vanderbilt house. Yes, Bergdorf Goodman building.
Wow.
Okay, so they built that one. So that was the only one that he built, and then all of his offspring built like this one, the Breakers.
There's
Woodley. So here we go, Woodley, which is you can see. It's just Sleepy Hollow Country Club. This is the clubhouse to Sleepy Hollow. It's just a proper Vanderbilt. And if you go in there, there's all of this like what do they call it when we're in commercial break, by the way? What do they call it when taxidermy? Yeah. There's like all these taxidermies of like foxes and shit. Hell yeah. You know what I'm talking about? And like little squirrels. Idle Hour. This one I think is the biggest one. Former Vanderbilt estate that was in Suffolk County.
That might be the sickest name too.
The mansion is one of the largest houses in the United States. So here's a list of the largest. So the Biltmore's number 1. Linwood Hall. Do you know where this is?
Elkins Park, PA.
Look at this thing, dude. This was just a house that was built for Peter A. B. Widener. Oheka Castle. This one still exists. Look at this place, dude.
Damn.
That's another Vanderbilt estate.
Polo yard.
So they just have all of look at that courtyard. Like they have all of these crazy estates. Oh no, this is Otto Herman Kahn.
Otto Kahn, yeah.
You know who that is?
I've heard his name.
Really?
You like learned about him in high school.
I think okay. The One? There's one called The One. This is down the road from me. Wow, that's a new one though. No, it's not. This is just a list of the biggest ones.
Contemporary.
DuPont. This one, Cornelius Vanderbilt House, no longer there. Florham in New Jersey.
There was one in West Long Branch. That's near.
Where?
Right there. Shadow Lawn.
Shadow Lawn.
Tight.
For Hubert T. Parson, president of the F.W. Woolworth Company. Okay, guys. You learn something new every day. We're back to golf. And Aaron Rye here on the 13th. What a tangent. But yeah, no, isn't that interesting that they just built all of these apps? I mean, it's not that interesting, but it just makes a lot of sense.
It's cool they turned into clubhouses too.
Well, just that one, just Woodley. Sorry, guys. Fellow history sicko here. It's pronounced Lusitania. Lusitania. Just so the other historians don't come for you. Lusitania. Oh. Did I play club golf at Northwestern? No, I didn't. I did not. Once I did not successfully walk onto the team. Hubbard just missed it on 18. Just rolled by the right. And look at what it means to him. Look at what it means to him. He knew, and now he's like, oh my gosh, I really wanted to play that no-cut event for all that money in Memphis next week, and I really wanted to go on that vacation in the fall with my wife, but you know what? I might have to play a little bit more golf now. It's still not done yet. Meissner could if he makes a bogey and he finishes solo second, but he's projected in.
Oh, let's go.
He's projected in. 2-way tie for second, but it's gonna matter a lot what Chris Kirk does. It's gonna matter what Meissner finishes. So he's gonna be refreshing that app big time.
He's up to controlling his own fate. It looks like based on his face.
Well, I mean, he's got a Hubs on his left sleeve, which is a sick sponsor. I don't know what that is, because that's also his name. It's like Seamus Power has Power on his shirt.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so he knew that one more there would make a huge difference, and it's going to matter how Matty Schmid finishes. So this is going to be
big putt here.
This is a big putt for Matty Schmid, and he's
got
it. Look at the drama, guys. Oh, Cam Young's in the tournament. There's going to be no drama. Are they even going to do a watch along? We are so locked in.
Matty Schmid heard you talking shit on
Matty Schmid,
and he was like, "No, I'm
yeah, that's exactly right." Matty Schmid heard about the Lusitania, and he said, "No, we ain't talking about the Lusitania anymore."
Nico's watching this ball.
The Brits sunk the Lusitania, blamed it on Germany to get us involved. Oh, we're going. Am I going to Q school? Do you mean, am I entering Q school, or am I going to witness it? Because I'm not entering. No, I don't think. I don't. Where's the? Is it in Jack's? Isn't it? I think it's at Sawgrass. I think it's at Dye Valley and then Sawgrass. I think, but I'm not sure. It's definitely not at Stadium. But
let me look it up. Where do they play school? Q school. They don't play school at Ohio State.
Yeah. Final stage. Chris Washburn, the Brits sunk the Lusitania, blamed it on Germany to get us involved. Is that what level of galaxy brain does that take? Is that like you're in the know, or is that like that's actually like a widely accepted theory?
They do play at Sawgrass, and it says at Sawgrass Country Club.
Yeah, Sawgrass Country Club. I liked it better when Alex was here. Cameron Young for birdie on 12.
We probably have that clip
of Cameron Young saying,
"Oh no, he was during the British Open."
Yeah. Well, no, we would have access. Maybe not. Wow. I kind of want to do some more Vanderbilt research now. You know who's a Vanderbilt? A very prominent figure who's a Vanderbilt descendant? Anderson Cooper.
Really? Oh, yeah, I did know that, actually.
Mm-hmm. Wow,
Yeah,
Nico.
his mom, right? It was his mom's lineage.
I don't know if it's his mom or his dad, but he is surely a Vanderbilt. And that is another. Nico is just making a mess. Played his last 3 holes in 4 over par. He is tumbling down. That's probably one of the reasons why Hubbard is moving up.
My buddy Jack Holmes went to Vanderbilt. That's my only Vanderbilt connection. He's a big soccer guy. He's an Arsenal fan.
Okay, he's a gooner. That's what they call him.
Really?
Yeah, speaking of which, you guys are going to get to see me watch a little bit of a Man United game. 2 o'clock, Brian Mbumo making his debut. Woodrow Wilson was in on it. Big government psyop. Love it. Love it, Chris Washburn. Can Damon make the stretch? No, Joel would have to finish in a 2-way tie for second to make it to the playoffs. But every point matters, you know. It's probably gonna be close in the fall. If it's like last year, he left it super late in the fall. Matty Fitz having another nice week. I'm feeling much. Ben Griffin tie for 11th.
Ryder Cup, he wants that spot.
I think Ben Griffin's gonna make it. I think he's done enough.
Both of them. I was talking about Fitz.
They're both gonna make it. I think Matt has pushed hard enough, and with his sort of reputation and being a major champion, I think he's.
I think sometimes timing is everything, and he's playing his best golf at the right time.
And there's like a narrative of like, I've got a new swing coach, so like things are different now, you know? Yeah, Alex says Nico absolutely imploding. Yeah, Nico's had a rough time on some Sundays this year. He's been up there a few times. We got Gary Woodland on 15, hits it directly into the grandstand. There's been a lot of grandstanding going on this week. Those things are snug to the back of the green. Which Gulf state needs to buy Man U for the Reds to return to relevant? Well, we had an offer from Qatar. One of the Qataris, I would have bought it for $8 billion and got rid of all of our debt. But I think you're gonna like what you see, or maybe not. But I think United, we've got basically we kicked off like our highest paid player, this guy Marcus Rashford, as Cameron Young hits a beautiful drive on 13, 164 ball speed, probably a 5 wood.
Yeah, that apex.
Yeah. So it's been like a little bit of a addition by subtraction, and our new manager who came in the middle of the season last year and just had like a horrible experience, gotten rid of a bunch of players. They got this new leadership council. They're making some moves. It's a nice refresh. It's a nice refresh, right? Mac Meissner makes a par, and he's trying to fire himself up. This is important for Mac Meissner. Where is Meissner in there?
This is where rooting interests start to happen.
Yeah, so Mac Meissner was 152nd coming into this week, and now he's projected 91st. Yeah, well, he's in tie for second.
He can do it for you.
He can do it. It could happen. Nico finds the fairway on 13. You did that one. Love the manager. Dude, how good's the manager? How good is Ruben Amorim? He said today he wants to be at United for 20 years. Oh, made my heart go crazy. I was like, oh my God, I love this guy.
They all fucking say that.
He always goes, it's really clear. It's very clear. It's so clear. That's what he says. That's his like, all these managers, especially if you're like foreign, they have like a little bit of like a verbal tick. So whenever they ask him, they're like, oh, are you making progress? And he goes, I think it's very clear. Very clear. That's what he always says.
It's like Mike Tomlin, the Pittsburgh Steelers head coach. He goes, obviously. There's like a whole supercuts of it.
He just says, obviously. It's really clear. He says really clear, and he says suffer. He's like, we're going to suffer. And I read this like big, and he always says it. He's like, we're going to suffer. We're going to suffer. And all the fans are like, don't say that. Like, that's a horrible word. But apparently the verb like sofrer or whatever it is in Portuguese means more like battle.
Oh.
So it's like a little bit of like
that's kind of cool.
Lost in translation, where he's like, we're going to suffer this year. It's like, no, that's not really what he means.
That's sick.
The Gulf of Tonkin incident, that's got more meat to it. Let's look. I think we have to look into it.
I want to know.
Let's do some research. Let's do our own research here on the Gulf of Tonkin incident.
Tonkin on Boba.
Gulf of Tonkin incident. Oh, that's Vietnam. Oh, I do remember this. I watched this in the Netflix. Yeah, this was. Yeah, they said it. They said that it was the North Vietnamese, right? But it probably wasn't. Yeah, President Johnson, using these incidents as justification, requested and received the Gulf of Tonkin resolution from Congress. This resolution authorized him to take all necessary measures to repel any armed attack against the forces of the United States. That was his carte blanche to basically do whatever he wanted over there. I like a manager who comes into the cauldron when shit is on fire and isn't afraid to light some things burn before the phoenix rises from the ashes. That's exactly what That's exactly what he did, and he said that today. He was like, the reason I wouldn't change my formation when we were losing last year is because like these players are just used to managers like catering to them. And it's like, I'm like, we're not changing. So when I say something, I mean it. This is our system. I'm obsessed with them. I can't watch. I can't wait to watch. I can watch. I'm very excited to watch. I can watch. The USS Maine is absolutely positively the biggest false flag in American history. We might get shadow banned here on YouTube if we keep doing our own research here.
Or we just change the topic of our channel.
Yeah, we could just be history guys. I really want to watch because I've been reading this book about James Cook. You guys know in chat, you guys know about James Cook? You know about James Cook?
No.
Basically, he discovered, not discovered, I take that back. First European to set foot in like New Zealand, Tahiti, and Hawaii.
Big surfer?
I don't think he was surfing. But like he's an interesting character because of all of the explorers, he was like one of the more respectful one. Gary Woodland almost holes it out on 15 after taking that drop, so he'll have that for birdie. So they're in Tahiti for a while, okay? And then they think that they're going straight from Tahiti to Alaska. They're looking for like a passage, like a Northwest Passage to like get back to Europe. And all of the guys on the ship are like the Cook Islands. All the guys in the ship, like the seamen, are like depressed as hell because they're leaving like Tahiti, which is like absolute, paradise and all this citrus fruit, and they're like running out of rations, and they're like, what are we going to do? We're going to Alaska. We're going to have to eat all this salted beef forever. And then they just come up on Hawaii for the first time, just in the middle of the ocean. They had no idea it was there. Apparently the Spanish had taken that route a bunch of times from like roughly around Tahiti to Alaska, but they had this like route that went north of the islands, and so they just like never deviated from that route because that was like the trip. Way. And so then something happened, and they pull up to Kauai, which is like maybe the most beautiful of all the Hawaiian islands, and they're just like they cannot believe and there's this whole society, and there's like all these chiefs, and like so yeah, I know
and they're like, we're gonna stay here, we're not gonna go.
They definitely check it out, they definitely. And what they would do, they would go and they would build these like British gardens in all these places, and they thought they were being nice, but basically like a rat got off the ship in Tahiti, like this black rat or whatever, and apparently it's still like absolutely like is like the number one pest in Tahiti, and they just brought it over.
Because they're bred.
Well, the rats just go crazy, you know what I mean? They breed like crazy, but James Cook, best running back in the league, says Alex Bush. I told Alex Bush I was reading a book about James Cook. He's like, there's a book about James Cook? It's like, no, different James Cook. Have you played Marion? Play Slap so hard it should be in Power Slap. I have played Marion, but before the recent renovation, one of my favorites. I remember, what is that hole, like 11 or 12, where it's a short par 4, kind of dog legs left with a little stream right there. That place is heaven. It's funny. Marion's one of these like cathedrals of American golf, but it's strangely intimate. Like compared to like you go to Oakmont, it's like, holy shit, this place is massive. Yeah. Or you go to Shinnecock and you're like, whoa. Marion's got a little bit of like friendly confines. There's that par 5 where there's a road on the right side. It's like kind of fit into a nice little suburban neighborhood. It doesn't have the scale. Like Oakmont is massive. Yeah. And you can, especially this year without the trees, you could see like just how big it is.
You could see exactly where you didn't want to go because it was too far.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to go get merch.
Oh my God. Remember our walk to the merch center? It was like an hour each way. Okay, we got Gary Woodland with the bootlegged lab here for a birdie on 15. He's projected 73rd. Needs to make a couple birdies coming in. He's got the claw, very similar grip to the one I'm working with right now, and he's got it. Gary Woodland, birdie.
Let's go, Gurry.
So that takes him from a tie for 23rd at 9 under to a tie for 20th at 10 under, but he's still projected 73rd.
3 to play.
3 to play. And a par 5 in there. Invasive, that's right.
Yeah.
Got married on Kauai. Place is incredible. That place is incredible.
Oh, so
Kauai is like, have you been to Kauai?
No.
Have you been to Hawaii?
No, but I would.
You've never been to Hawaii at all?
I think we should. What is the first show we're gonna do this season 2?
Yeah, we should.
Should we kick it off in Hawaii?
Absolutely.
All right, let's do it.
Sounds like you want to go to Hawaii.
Yeah, I was talking to my wife.
Well, they actually.
Like, we should go to
I haven't gone to Hawaii. Nico just hit it in the right rough on 13. He's really struggling coming in, but that looks like a Vanderbilt estate in the back.
Yeah, there you go.
About 1/10 of the size, but I haven't gone recently because it's been so fucking expensive because they usually do it like New Year's week.
Yeah.
And so it's winter break in Hawaii. It's like as expensive as it gets. So like I went as Troon had me out there to play in the Pro-Am maybe 2 years ago. So I went for that, and because I was like staying for free, but I was looking into like any hotel on the island is like $800 a night, and every flight is crazy. But they moved it back a week. It's not New Year's anymore. Like the Thursday they would have had to start it on December 31st. So it's starting like January 6th instead. So it should be a little bit more manageable.
You know what I think we should do? On January 6th, we should storm
We should storm Kapalua?
It's storm cap.
You want to talk about false flag operations? Okay, we really got to stop here. Par 5 with the road on the right at Marion is number 2. There you go. Woodland got the break with the TIO. Yeah, there's been a ton of TIO this week. A ton of backstopping going on. Look at that. Look at that little Bermuda. Fatchy. Yeah, that's healthy Bermuda. All right, Nico, let's hit a good one here. I don't want to see you make more bogeys, my friend.
Give us a moment, Nico.
Give us a moment,
Chip it
Nico. Nope. Hit it to about 2.5 feet. The 3 nicest places I've been: number 1, Kauai; number 2, where's that? Giannis? Is that in Mexico? Number 3, Big Sur. I like that list, lads. Kauai is, it rains. So Kauai is like a little bit more mountainous. It's a little bit like further. It's almost kind of, they're talking about how it's the other ones, like Maui, Big Island, Oahu. They kind of had their own, like, and then Kauai, because it was so far away, almost had its own little world. But it's more mountainous. I think it's where most of Jurassic Park is filmed. Mm-hmm. Hawaii is like, you're probably thinking of it as like a beach, like it, Florida. It's so different because it's it's like the rainforest. It's so mountainous, stupid. So green.
Is it more like the Caribbean almost?
No, it's so, dude.
Have you ever been to St. Lucia?
No, I've never been to St. Lucia.
It's like mountainous and pecan.
Let me see what St. Lucia looks like. Yeah. I would say yes. It's more like it's exactly This is where you got married.
Yeah.
On this big rock on the top.
Across the where that picture was taken from, basically.
Really? That's sick. Yeah, that does look like Hawaii. Maui High Country is also awesome. Yeah, there's this road to Hana where it's like a road and you don't have any service. You have to download this app. We got Cameron Young putting for birdie here. That is tracking. Is that going to break left? Is it going to break left? Nope. Just misses on the high side. So you have to like download this app. It's like Road to Hana app, and so it just GPS tracks you because you have and you just pull off and there's all of these like waterfalls and all these like local pineapple spots and all these local smoothie spots. It's really special.
I think we're gonna do that.
Is the Open going back to Muirfield in 2028 would be epic? I haven't heard that. Muirfield's got some they changed the rules. They have women members now, so that's no longer an obstacle. But I think they like the idea of having one in Muirfield because it would be like Edinburgh. It'd be a huge, it's close to the big city, and they would be able to get a lot of fans there. But they don't have a lot of infrastructure to hold all those fans, and the Open's gotten so big. I mean, that's one of the reasons why Port Rush is such a good venue. There's Alex Norton. Shout out to our Swede in the chat. He's in the tie for 4th, but that's one of the reasons why they like Port Rush so much is because it actually is like, I would say as far as majors that we've gone to is like pretty easy as far as like getting in and out. It really wasn't that bad. There was like a lot of roads. There's a lot of towns nearby that you can stay in. So I think they can get like 250, 270,000, I think is what they had for the week. I think Muirfield is like half of that. Dave Golf Visuals, there he is. My parents met at Waikiki Beach. I am around thanks to Hawaii.
Welcome to the chat, Dave.
Did they just meet at Waikiki Beach? Or did they make Dave Golf Visuals at the Waikiki Beach? Things that we'll never know.
That's not a Dave Golf
they had a vision. That's not a Dave Golf visual that I need.
We love you, Dave.
All right. We got Cameron Young. Nice worm cam here. Here's the worm cam. Thank you.
Worm cam for the 2
It's right in the middle, and we are through 13, and we are marching along, guys. If you have any other conspiracy theories or any other historical sort of facts that you want to debate, we're here for them because Cameron Young's made 7 straight pars, and I'm bored as hell.
If we change this into
I'm bored as hell.
It would work because I don't know shit, and you could just teach me everything. That would be the channel.
We could do that.
Teach my dumb friend.
Should we make a that would be sort of an interesting segment on the show, like Dan teaches Ben. We could make it sort of like golf related,
be golf, yeah.
But like something random about like. Do you know about Champagne Tony Lima? No, you don't.
I know about Tony Lima. Yeah, I've heard him. I've heard of him.
Okay,
what do you story? But
do you know any?
I don't know the Champagne part of it.
Okay, so you don't really know about Tony Lima.
Yeah, but I know that name.
Okay, that's great. I know a lot of names.
I guarantee I've heard the story before. I just don't remember.
That's like asking, do you know about Tim Johnson? And you're like, well, I know the name Tim and I know the name Johnson.
I know he was a golfer.
Yes, Champagne Tony Lima. There's a lot of story. I actually think I like that. I like that. We dig up something random from history that you don't know anything about, and I tell you about it, and then you have to write a review in the form of a haiku live. What do you think about that?
I don't know if that clip's going to perform.
575. Cameron Young on 14. It's a 533-yard par 4, so we're going to see him get after it here. That cameraman is just way too close on the right side. That'd be bothering me. Starts up the right. It's starting to draw 183 ball speed. He likes it. Cameron Young, not big on the balance game. He kind of always finishes like he's almost falling off to his left. Creates so much space between him and the golf ball. I kind of like that move. Balance is slightly overrated with driver when you have good mechanics. Not you guys watching at home, but when you're these guys, you can see like Scotty, He's obviously shuffling a lot of times.
They know how to move their weight.
Yeah, they know how to get it out of the way.
Laz just brought up when he told me this before too, like how if Donald Ross like went to a golf course while it was being built, they would like put his name on the front and say it's a Ross course.
Yes. No, he's credited with like some ridiculous number of golf courses. Yeah. Watch Nico's head. See, it does stay. You know what I'm talking about? It's kind of a sweet move when he like it
stays still too.
It stays still, and then he comes up like that. Donald Ross conspiracy above. Dan, you ever golfed at the CDA Resort in North? I've never been to Idaho. Coeur d'Alene, got to get you up here to the floating green. Plus, it's only the third best public course in the area. What are the other two? I've never been to Idaho. I'd like to go.
I would love to go play that course. That's like on Golden Tee. It's like the one.
Yeah. I'd be super down to go to Coeur d'Alene. I remember that in Tiger Woods. That Gary Woodland, bro. Are you trying to hit this to the next tee box?
Big boy.
He has D-greened it, and he looks like, God, what on earth did I just do?
Sheesh.
He's got a very expressive face. When he looks sad, it sort of made me, you know what I mean? That sort of made me sad a little bit. Can we talk about the PGA Championship? Should move back to August and try to become the golf trip major, hit cool places like Gamble Sands. Being in August opens up so many places to go. It does open up places, but it also gets rid of places in the South. Like they used to have PGAs in August in like Oklahoma. Like go watch Tiger Woods win the PGA in Southern Hills.
I like the idea of the PGA
sweat more than humanly possible.
Go to East Lake this year. That's gonna be.
Wait, you like the idea of the PGA?
I like the idea of the PGA changing its theme a little bit to be like like buddy trip courses or something like that. But I agree that I like the culmination at the Open. I feel like it makes sense. Like champion golfer of the year.
Champion golfer of the year. Yeah, oldest major, one last chance. Yeah, I just think the last two PGAs, what was it, Quail Hollow and Valhalla?
Yeah.
Of all the majors that I've covered, those are the bottom two as far as venues. They're the last two venues for the PGA Championship. They've got, is it Baltus? Is it? I'm not Baltusrol. That's coming up. It's Aronimink next year.
Yeah.
Aronimink next year, and I think Key was in the mix. Olympic Club they have back in their mix, and it's good. But there's gonna be a lot of PGA Frisco coming up because they own that land. Love Shane's piece on the PGA returning.
That's what Shane's made the case on Scratch.
Shane Bacon?
Yeah,
that should go back to August.
Wanted it back in August.
Glory's last shot.
It's exactly what he said. He was like, "That was sick. Why don't we just do it for the?
Why do we get rid of that
for the phrase?"
Yeah. No, I mean I don't mind the season being kind of like over. It also makes it a lot easier with the Olympics once every 4 years. You know, they had to move like the PGA. You know, it was in August. They're both in August. Circling Raven at Coeur d'Alene Casino, 30 minutes south is better, as well as the Idaho Club and Nicholas Course, 45 minutes north in Sandpoint. Someone else said from a corporate perspective that Port Marnock is going to be great. You're absolutely right. Port Marnock is right next to the Dublin airport. It's not even just like right in Dublin. It's like right next to the airport, maybe 10 minutes from the airport. So, yeah, I think there'll be a lot of people.
I can't even fuck that up.
Yeah, you could. You would find a way to fly into Belfast and then fly from Belfast to London and then London to Dublin. You are the worst traveler in American history. Oh, here's another live ad. We got the live ad again on our TV. It's got to be, you got it on the way here? On YouTube. TV, so it's got to be a YouTube TV ad because there's no way CBS is selling ads for a live event. Born 3 years later, they tell me, in Pittsburgh. Okay, so they did not conceive Dave with golf visuals at Waikiki Beach. Maybe they started to visualize it there, though.
Me too, Dave. Here's Dottie's remembrance of IBF.
I don't like IBF. I like Ian.
You like Ian.
I think IBF. It's just my wife has IBS, and so I just hear about it all the time. So I just think about her like not being able to eat like Szechuan food.
It's one letter away from saying it.
But it's also F and S sounds similar. It's not like it's IBM, or IBD. It's IBF. It sounds like IBS.
There it is.
Congratulations, IBF. Irritable bowel fuckery. Fuck. My bowels hurt. Fuck. Irritable bowels. Fuck. It would be cool to see go to places in like in Montana, Colorado, or Utah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. What if they did at the top of the nation was the PGA Championship?
Like even Midwest or like Montana or
Chicago,
somewhere north.
Yeah, counts.
Yeah, I mean, how about having? I thought it was cool when they had the BMW in Denver last year. That was nice. Now we're in Baltimore, Memphis, and Atlanta for our 3 playoff events. I feel like we can do better. I'm interested. I would love to see, the Strategic Sports Group, Brian Rolap, the new PGA Tour CEO. I'd love to be a fly on the wall for the conversation about the playoffs. It's like, okay, we've got our 3 big events. New York, nah. LA, nah. Chicago, nah. Memphis, yeah.
think Justin Timberlake.
Baltimore. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it doesn't really make much sense. Is that a Malbin shirt on Alex Noren? That's worth a rewind.
I missed it.
That's worth a rewind.
Yeah, we can do that on today.
Was that a Malbin shirt on Alex Noren? I think it was. Isn't that the same one that Charlie Hull was wearing?
No, McCabe.
What's that? Another
Different
golf
brand. Yeah.
Charlie almost won it today.
Yeah.
Go to Chambers. Yeah, Chambers deserves another chance. I think of Chambers in the same vein as Davis Thompson just did something, we missed it. I think of Chambers in the same vein as I think of Aaron Hills, where just, you know, holding a U.S. Open can go the wrong way. Here's Gary Woodland for par on 10. That's not going to break. On 16, that's not going to break enough.
Yeah, if the weather helps the golfers, if the setup or the conditions aren't perfectly mad.
Played Oak Hill last year. Apparently, a handshake agreement for Oak Hill in 2033. I mean, they're in the PGA orbit. It is interesting how these courses kind of oscillate between the USGA orbit and the PGA orbit. Like Bethpage Black held 2 U.S. Opens. Now it's in the PGA orbit. Oak Hill's held U.S. Opens in the past. Baltusrol's held U.S. Opens in the past. And on the other side, like Wingfoot has held, or at least Wingfoot East held a PGA. Do you know that? Not the West Course. The East Course held a PGA. Davis Love won it there.
I'm laughing because we're just watching Cameron Young hit it to the center of green.
Yeah, I mean,
five more holes.
We're in.
I don't blame him.
We're in total autopilot mode here. We're in absolute autopilot mode.
Matty Schmid, you gotta.
Matty Schmid has made 2 birdies, by the way, since we started talking about the Lusitania. He has. You're joking, but you're laughing, but I'm 100% honest. Here's Gary for bogeys. Needs to have any chance. I think needs us to have absolutely any chance, and he's got it with some authority. That must be really uphill because he keeps smashing that.
You
putt.
Can't miss from that distance with 0 torque.
Yeah, that's right. That is absolutely right. You excited for the show tomorrow? It'd be good to be back.
Yeah,
nice to do it on a Monday.
We got some. It's comeback season. We got some regular guests coming back to the show.
Yeah, no spoilers, but
no spoilers, but we have some friends.
No spoilers, but we got the return of no spoilers, but we got the return of a guy who was on the show every single week and then wasn't. But he's back now. Great watch today, guys. Keep it up, headed out. Good seeing you, Apex. Thanks for hanging out with us. This has been a weird one for sure.
Apex was talking history, so
we are totally we acknowledge that this has been a very strange stream that's been sort of light on the golf. But Cameron Young still has a 9-shot lead, and we've been streaming for 50 minutes, and the 9-shot lead has not wavered, so we're here. Chambers August, and the fact that they want to include 20 Club Pros means you should finish the 6-hour rounds since the sun doesn't set until 10 p.m. I agree that 20 is too much. I've said that. I wrote that in my parting thoughts. I think 10 would do the trick, even 5. You know? We can still have them there. It's still this like cool thing that they can all play for. I don't think we need 20.
10 sounds nice to me.
Chris Powers from the streets of New York. CP live from the Jersey Shore. What are they talking? Oh, no, not Chris Powers. Good idea, but not Chris Powers. Dan, have you played the AIK? What is that? Does it say AIK? I have no idea what that means.
Aiken? The Ake?
Highlander 999. I don't know what AIK is. Let me know. I'll answer. I just don't know what you're talking about.
If you guys watched the show last week, we had Dr. Izzy Justice on the show. We've been doing neurohacks ever since we met him. And Dan shot 69 on Friday.
Nice.
Doing neurohacks. I was watching him all day.
I was doing this. You know what I was doing a lot of? I was rubbing my putter face a lot before I putted.
Also closing your eyes before you putt.
Yeah, I was closing my eyes and rubbing the putter face to give me some sensory input. If you guys haven't watched that. Dan, have you played the Ailsa course at Turnberry? No, I have not. But I've heard that Turnberry is the best course in Scotland. That's what Colin Montgomery said recently. And they are currently out of the Open Rota also. Feels like a little bit of a political decision, but I think they'll be back. I think it's going to be back. Duel in the Sun, you know, so it's a legendary place in our history. I'm so in on Izzy. Laz, there's a lot of conspiracy theories about Izzy. A lot of people were like commenting.
I saw some comments.
I actually want to ask him about it, but also I kind of don't want to ask him about it because people also say shit about me on the internet. That's not true. I don't necessarily want to give it any oxygen, but yeah, Izzy works with some Matty Schmid, the Lusitania, the captain of the Lusitania, Matty Schmid. With a long putter, which I don't like. Wow, he finished birdie, and it didn't move him any spots. So we talked about how we're going to have all this drama about the FedEx Cup. It's going to be moving. He birdied 4 of his last 6 holes and didn't move up a single spot.
There's nothing you can do.
We just aren't getting any breaks on the stream today. I wonder what Eric Van Rooyen is thinking. He missed the cut. It looked like for 2 days he wasn't going to get in, and now he's in the bubble boy. He's probably watching the same coverage that you're watching with. We got Cameron Young from the middle of the green, 32 feet. Just go in or
hey, we get a worm cam at least.
Go in or go off the green or like something.
This is going to be a lag putt.
Look, yeah, I bet you this goes
way
to about 2
above
feet.
The hole.
Oh, it's breaking now though. You spoke too soon. Cameron Young misses it. God, I was excited there. I was going to give us a big reaction there.
You're about to fist pump.
I was about to fist pump. I want a 10-shot win. What's the largest victory on the PGA Tour, margin of victory on the PGA Tour this year? Scotty won by 8. I remember Scotty won by 8. He beat Eric Van Rooyen by 8. Yeah, that's a ChatGPT question. By the way, I went from not having ChatGPT on my phone probably a month ago to I probably use it 5 to 7 times per day. It is an unbelievable product. It blows my mind how good it is.
It just, instead of Googling it, Google's for you.
It gutted Google.
Answers. Yeah, it gutted
Google used to require like a level of like work. You like, you know what I'm saying? Like, good example.
Scheffler.
8. So immediately, right away. Whereas Google, it'd be like list of winners, and you have to choose your link. We were just at breakfast at this place in Culver City, called Destroyer. Have you heard? It's
it sounds sick.
Yeah, it was crazy. Anyways, we were like across the street from this really cool building, and I was like, I think that's this really fancy restaurant called something with a V, has like 3 Michelin stars. It's like really famous. And I was like, there's no way that the whole building is a restaurant. It's like a 4-story building. And then we just took a picture and put it in ChatGPT, and we were like, what's in this building? And they were like, it's actually, the whole thing is the restaurant. You enter on the first floor, and they have a garden in there, and then you take it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can, I put a picture of our dog. It was like, what breed is this? And it's just like, that looks like about a 1 to 2 year old, pug Pomeranian mix, like totally spot on. Right. It's insane.
It did also
Culver is cool. Have you spent any time in Culver?
Not really.
Kind of reminds me of Dumbo a little bit. Like, there's all these really cool, like, design sort of like workshops and warehouses. And like very clean.
We looked at a couple offices over there before we moved in.
I don't mind Culver at all.
Cool.
Culver's cool. It was a cool spot. But I'm ChatGPT is just completely. I've also like done a little bit of like, is Dan Rapaport cool? Like, what do people think of Dan?
Is that what you've asked?
Ask it, like, be like, who is Ben Boscovich golf? See what it says. And it doesn't just like give you like a little line. It'll be like, Dan Rapaport started his career at this, and then he left Barca. It's like it gives you your entire life story.
I asked it to describe my writing voice once.
Just say who. Just write who is Ben Boscovich golf. It'll take a second.
Read what they say.
It's already got the scratch logo. It's got a picture of you. The name Ben Boscovich is strongly associated with golf media, but he is not a professional golfer. He's a prominent journalist, content creator, editor specializing in the game. Here's a closer look at who he is. He is the editor-in-chief of Scratch, a golf-centric media and commerce platform where he oversees storytelling, culture, and lifestyle coverage. He was officially appointed to this role in late 2024. That's not true.
It was mid-2024.
Previously, Ben had a nearly decade-long career at Hearst Magazines, rising to become digital director and deputy editor at Esquire, where he also cemented his reputation as a go-to writer for golf lifestyle and fashion stories. He writes extensively on golf fashion, gear, lifestyle, and culture for outlets like Golf Digest, Yahoo Life, Esquire, and Scratch. He also works as a creative consultant in both golf and menswear, combining storytelling with style insights for brands in publishing and commerce. Based in Los Angeles, originally from Pittsburgh, with professional chapters in New York City. He frames golf as a mental outlet, saying golf is where I work it all out. He plays to about a handicap of 5 and prefers the Union League National course while carrying a beloved Scotty Cameron putter from his youth. Summary. In short, Ben Boscovich is a golf culture journalist and media executive, not a touring and competitive professional golfer. He blends golf writing, styling, and storytelling across high-profile platforms and consults at the junction of golf and menswear. Let me know if you'd like to explore some of his specific articles, podcasts, or signature writing style.
No, that's fine.
Isn't that fucking insane?
That's the most flattering thing I ever said about me.
Isn't that insane?
It's crazy.
And it's like well written, and it's right.
These, I know where the answers are coming from too. Like I did some like questionnaire one time. It's like, what's your handicap? Like, dude, I was never a 5.
It's I don't know. Like maybe they're not. I guess I'm in my head. I'm like, they're not doing a good enough job marketing this, but I guess it is like the most talked about app in the whole world. But it's like it's better than I ever expected it to be.
It listens to podcasts and watches videos and reads articles. Like and
it just pulled together like a whole Wikipedia page on you. That was pretty accurate, wasn't it?
It was very accurate.
Thoughts on Hinge for his Ballybunion on most recent trip, says A. I mean, it's tough, man. Ballybunion has a certain wow factor, I think. The back nine at Ballybunion, it's almost Pebble Beach where you're right on the ocean. Lahinch has a little bit more less wow factor, but more charm for me. It's more in the neighborhood. You have all of these like you have all of these houses or like mobile homes that are on the right side of the golf course, and then also, I mean, our caddy from Lahinch just won the South of Ireland Championship, Jonathan Keane. So, and that was a special day, a really special day. We played a Dare Manor in the morning and then Lahinch in the afternoon. So one of my better ones. Mac Meissner for birdie on 15, got a big fist pump, and then another one there. He's picking up out of the hole quickly. Mac to solo second. So what does that do to Mark Hubbard?
It's not good for Hubs. He's down
there
now.
So that's a huge difference. So we just saw a huge difference, because the difference between three-way tied for 23rd and four-way tied for 20 is not that big. Solo second or tied for second versus solo third is a difference in a couple hundred points.
He went from 68th.
He went from 68th to 76th. So that birdie from Meissner there just screwed Hubbard. So
and
now
Hubbard
we're watching it.
He's done golfing, so he can't.
No, he cannot. All he can do is watch. Gary Woodland.
Come on, Gary.
At 17, but I don't think that's going to matter. I don't think that one's going to matter at all. He's still 72nd. When we saw Matty Schmid, yeah, he's still 70. He moved up one spot. But you do never know. You never know. Probably needs another birdie at the last. But yeah, so Hubbard getting out just put Cam Davis back in, I believe. Yeah, so that's where the drama is. The drama is with Mark Hubbard and with Matty Schmid. It took us this long. Adam Scott is toast for the playoffs. Let's see. Not Scotty Scheffler. Yeah, he's 90th. Yeah, Adam Scott's not going to make it. And you want to know why he's not going to make it? Because he shot 79 in the final round of the U.S. Open. If he shot 73, he's making it no problem. Every shot in every tournament. Oh, there's Jay Monahan weighing in. Irritable bowel syndrome has been a cherished voice in golf for nearly 3 decades, bringing insight, soupy poops, and a deep love for the game to millions of fans. From his triumph at the Open to his flawless wipe job at Royal Birkdale, Ian's contributions have helped elevate the sport and also smell up my bathroom.
This is disrespectful.
That was the official statement.
Oh man, good improv.
All right, Alex Bush. Let's bring this into the show. I'm gonna bring this in. Alex Bush asked ChatGPT if I'm boring. Because that's what Dave Portnoy said about me when I left. Boring label from Barstool founder. Barstool founder Dave Portnoy commented that Rapaport was an unusual fit and outright described him as boring. His calm, they don't watch along. Golf-obsessed style may feel less edgy than the loud personalities typical of some sports media, which resonates better with hardcore fans than hype seekers. Week-to-week coverage, W2W. Never seen that before. You ever seen W2W?
No, I thought that was talking about your taxes.
Yeah, me too. His new show, Dan on Golf, emphasizes studio production, live formats, graphics, and highlight integration. He's aiming for a game-changing format. That is correct.
That's cool.
Authentic. He's built a community via social platforms and content that speak directly to golf sickos. That is correct. If cool to you means approachable, knowledgeable, and serious about the game, then he's cool. If cool means, like gets a lot of girls, then he's probably not that cool.
Sorry, he has one
Dude,
girl.
This is what I'm talking about, though. This thing is absolutely insane. It's an unbelievable product.
Ask it to describe your writing style.
I don't care about that. I'm not a nerd.
You can ask it to write something in your style too, which I've done, and it's scary.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it just a better writer?
No, it just writes exactly.
Nico also does this almost like Inigo Montoya thing after he swings it. He goes like this and then he kind of goes back out like that. It's like
post cash,
but it's like he's like sheathing his sword or something. He's got a little Latino flair with his golf swing, and I can say that because Nico and I are boys.
He's got a little bit of
He's got a lovely fiance. They were on the cover of People magazine, Colombia.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that's huge.
Yeah. I think it was People. It was one of those magazines, but he's Colombian. She's Venezuelan. She played golf at, I want to say, LSU. So she's a very good golfer in her own right, as they say. That's a phrase that you never hear outside of golf, where they're saying, "Oh, caddy, oh, he's a good player in his own right." You don't really hear that outside of golf.
Yeah. Football coach on the side.
How long do you think it'll take Roll-Up to close deal with Liv? Impossible question, I know. Just curious. I don't know that it's so. What is pressing about it? So Max Grazerman, I actually want to thank you for reminding me. I want to pull this into the show for tomorrow. Max Grazerman did an interview and he was talking about what Roll-Up kind of said. Because remember when they rolled him out, when they rolled him out at Travelers, he met with all the players and he spoke. And I think what he said was we're doing great. We have momentum. We're making our tour better. Like, I don't think that Live existing is really a detriment to our tour. If you look at the ratings, if you look at the prize money, if you look at the sponsors that are all re-upping, it's crazy to say, but you know, there's all this, oh, we all want to see the best players back together. And yeah, I think we want that, but I don't think that it's having I don't think that having, I guess the best way to put it is, I don't think if they got back together that it would be this like crazy change. I really don't. It would be like you'd have Bryson and Rom in the fields, and that would kind of be the big difference.
Yeah,
you know?
I actually don't give a shit at all.
I don't think they really give a shit
about coming back together. Like,
Yeah.
if it just stayed separate, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, what we really didn't want was the best players in the world not getting into majors, because if the majors don't have the best players, then you don't really have a sport. But that hasn't happened. I mean, there were 18 guys, Live guys, I think, in the Open Championship. This is the 4th year it's been going. They're finding a way to get Live guys into majors. As long as that continues, like, would it be awesome for Bryson to be playing next week? Yes, I would prefer Bryson to be there. Is that going to change the trajectory of the sport and the trajectory of the PGA Tour? I don't think so.
They've got 2 majors in the past 3 years. That's not too shabby.
Like, those guys are still there. They're still going to be in the Ryder Cup. Like, you know, it hasn't been as, you know, the PGA Tour took a major gut punch, and they've bounced back. This would be the 1,000th individual winner on the PGA Tour.
Oh, wow.
That's a nice little stat.
1,000. See, you only get it done there.
That's so little. That's so little. Like, for the amount of people who have ever won on the PGA Tour.
Since,
like, if you saw 1,000 like in a stadium, you'd be like, that's like one section. Like, that's everybody who's ever won on the PGA Tour. Kind of. I would have thought. I guess it sounds right. I mean, 1,000 sounds like a lot, but when you think of it as like what it would look like in a stadium, everybody who's ever won on the PGA Tour fits in like one section of Staples Center.
How many PGA Tour tournaments have been held?
Well, probably, yeah. Well, there's guys who have won 80.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You have a guy that's won 80.
Probably like 3,000. Is like a 3-win average sound too low? You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys have won 1.
Yeah.
A lot of guys have won 2.
I think there's probably more people than have won 1 than...
I know, but there's a couple guys who have won like 50. And so those guys spot a lot of the other people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. ChatGPT. So if only we had a device. And I used to say that all the time. Like, if only we had a device that would answer the question. If I only had an app that knew exactly what I was thinking, exactly the question that I was asking. Everyone's playoffs are too complicated or just not worth watching. I still think they should just hold a combined playoff system with PGA, Live, and DP. That would require a little bit of collaboration that we don't have. So I don't think that's happening anytime soon. I'd like to see the big swingers from Live back for the big events like API players, waste management. Other than that, who cares? Yeah, maybe they open up the signature events to Live guys. That's a potential. Cameron Davis leads in Matty Shin by 5 points at 625. Thank you for the update there. We need to go back and scroll a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Cameron Young on 15, the par 5. Cam Young being sponsored by the MLB is so nails. Yeah, I wonder if he gets tickets. Looks like a layup here. Super exciting. Ooh, that was some thick rough. Thing was buried in the Bermuda there. He's got it back in the fairway, no problem.
You're going to say, 4,400 tournaments have been held.
Okay, so average of 4.4 wins. That sounds about right. I was close. I said 3s. I'd like to see Cam win this by 10. Let's go, kid. He's got an 8-shot lead now, so he needs a couple birdies. The drama here is Meissner versus Hubbard. Cam versus history at this point. Yep. Winning your first PGA Tour event by 10 would be pretty cool.
It'd be a lot cooler if it happened earlier, though. That's the thing. Like, now there's a whole separate narrative that's like... Well, that's the other thing. Like, is there even a narrative about Cam Young anymore?
No.
He's just a solid golfer.
Yeah, now he's got to win now. But
nobody's going to be surprised.
He's had so many different caddies, too. That's another thing. I remember the caddy, his first caddy, or like when he was finishing second in all those majors, was this kid Scott McKeon. Who he went to Wake Forest with, but he wasn't on the golf team, but they were really good friends. And he got axed. I saw him. He's caddies at Riviera now, or he did last time I saw him. He was still kind of trying to play pro golf. Alex Noren, he's 111, so not going to make the playoffs, but obviously missed the fat part of the season. Missed the Florida swing, missed the West Coast swing. That's a lovely approach into 18 for Alex Noren. All right, that's going to screw Hubbard also, because that's going to be a 2-way T3. So Mark Hubbard now can't finish. He can't finish solo second. The best he could do is a 2-way T2 because Noren's going to make that, and Meissner, yeah. So it's Davis Thompson. We got him on 17 for birdie.
Are these guys on the other TV doing a hold handle sticking in the ground?
Oh, crap. The United game's on. I completely forgot. Holy crap. Holy crap. What the? What is it on? Is it on fucking Peacock?
Gary Woodland's got 143
It's on Peacock, and he just dropped his club. I don't think it was going to matter. He looks upset. Yeah, he's really upset. Yeah, pumped that long and right. Not good. But it's been kind of interesting watching these guys who, like, aren't normally shown. Like, you're not going to show Gary Woodland in 20th most times. It gives you a more well-rounded view of professional golf. Lad says, you know what's bullshit? Healthcare deductibles. Basically, unless you've got pre-existing conditions that need attention, all healthcare is essentially catastrophic healthcare. Thank you, Laz. It's basically how low can Cameron Young go. Did you use any of the brain tricks at the Mid-Am qualifier? I used a lot of them. We're going to talk about it tomorrow. I did a couple of really good mental game things at the qualifier. I did one very, very silly preparation thing, which we're going to talk about. I didn't map out the course the way that I should have. And so I just played really, really conservatively off the tee when I should have just sent it. It's just so hard because, like, when I was growing up, like, that was not the messaging. It was not like just fucking rip driver,
never the answer.
like just rip dog. It was always like, lay short of this, like, you know, go for that. And it's like, now I was talking to JC Deacon, the Florida coach. He was like, you just got to send it, bro. Like,
that's what Scott Fawcett was saying too. And every time we've talked to him, he's like, there's 6 more holes where you actually should probably just send it.
You should just send it. You should just hit. You should just hit driver. Scheffler's going to make one of Shinnecock, Pebble, or Winged Foot more iconic than it already is. Grand Slam. The U.S. Open's at Shinnecock next year, and the final round is on his birthday, his 30th birthday. So that could be a career Grand Slam on Father's Day on his 30th birthday.
I almost just said like he's got the game to like play well at.
Yeah, I think he's got the game.
But where doesn't he? I guess.
I have not played in a Mid-Am. Lads, this is only my second time trying to qualify, but I have not played in it. It's hard, man. It's really hard. There was 3 spots for 80 guys, and like, I'm just, you know, the guy, 2 of the guys who made it played pro golf. Like I didn't play pro golf. I didn't even play college golf. So I'm fighting an uphill battle, but hopefully I have it. Hopefully one day I'll be able to play in a Mid-Am. It is a dream. It is an absolute dream of mine to play in a USGA event. Never done it. Never qualified for the US Junior. Never qualified for the US Am, obviously. Never qualified for the Mid-Am. So I'm trying. Laz said, this is why top high school kids are ready for pro so early. There's nothing to learn anymore. Nuance is gone. It's all send it, then decade, then aim point. You're exactly right, Laz. And that pisses off a lot of purists, but those are the facts of the matter. I'm not saying it's right or it's wrong, but that is 100% what the sort of rhythm is now. Cameron Young, 3rd shot on 15. And it is to the fat part of the green, probably 15 feet for Mr. Young, cruising to his first victory. We've formulated golf. That is correct. Alex Bush is having some fun on ChatGPT. He asked if he could beat Dan Rapaport in golf, and ChatGPT said if he's playing left-handed. If it's a drinking match and shots count as mulligans. If you bring Dave Portnoy along to heckle him the entire round.
You know what? When we were in Ireland, we were watching you get heckled, and you iced him.
So ChatGPT is funny too. You know, like it's got a sense of humor. It's harder to qualify for the Mid-Am and SCGA, NCGA than it is to get in the round of 64 once you're in. It's just like it was 3 spots for 80 players. And the number was only 3 under. I thought it was going to be like 5 under or 6 under, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's just there's a lot of people who want to play in the Mid-Am. I saw there were so many qualifiers and they're all for like 3 spots. So yeah, you just gotta have a magical round, and it's really hard to have a magical round when you play. That was my first competitive round of the year, really. I mean, not counting like member guests and stuff where you can, if you make a double, it doesn't matter or whatever. It was my first like stroke play competitive round of the whole year. It's just really, really difficult to ask that to be your best one.
You've also only been playing ball and hole for like a couple weeks. Right?
Yeah. Who was Damon's caddy this week? It's been his coach, Rob, who's a lovely guy. So Joel and Rob both stayed at my parents' house when the U.S. Open was at LACC, and they played a lot of tennis, and Joel was a little bit sore because he was playing a little too much tennis the week of the U.S. Open. I remember seeing him on Friday, and he was like shaking out his elbow. He's like, "Fuck, my elbow hurts." I'm like, "Bro, you were grinding playing tennis for the last 4 hours." He was like, "Yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that." But
it's a good tennis scene here.
Dave Portnoy Unlimited Mulligans at Shinny is hilarious. I assume the USGA made that happen. Doubt the club was thrilled. I was there when they filmed that. He won the U.S. Open. Won the U.S. Open champion. Oh, he just got bodied off the ball. The neurohacks were sick. Used them for the first time today. Had a nightmare start, but saved it for my second best round of the year. Should drop my gin a full stroke. Awesome, Chris. We love to hear that. We want to help people play better golf. Those are real things. You can absolutely feel it. Like, especially the one with the squeezing, you can really feel yourself just like start to slow down.
You can feel energy go this way.
Yeah.
It's just like it's an exhale.
Well, it's an interesting like, you know, in theory or what, like you have this stress, right, before you hit a golf shot. And instead of trying to like ignore that stress or manage it, you basically just put it all into something. You get all of that anxious energy into something, and then it's gone because your body is not designed to be in like this heightened state all the time. You go to this heightened state and then you come down. That's how it usually happens. You see a snake on the ground. You go the other way and then you calm down after that. And so you're kind of simulating that process.
I think our brains have become so messed up that the process got more simplified. All you have to do is distract yourself from what's bothering you for 20 seconds, and it's all it takes to reset.
Yeah, what he said about like the average brain waves or whatever would be like a schizophrenic patient in the 1950s because of our phones is crazy.
Yeah.
Can we predict the Jim Nantz call on Cam Young's win? I think Chris Power said we're going to get Forever Young.
Oh, I think we'll get At Long Last.
At Long Last? A return to glory?
Forever Young is good.
Forever Young would be great. I wonder if his first win comes with he no longer needs his full name on the leaderboard. I had this on yesterday with a couple of my buddies who don't watch golf, and they're like, why is his whole name up there? You know, I said, because there's a Carson Young. Like,
it's what? Carson.
I think that's why.
His caddy's bib says Young Cam.
It says Young Cam.
Young Cam.
People call me Young Cam. Young Wiz. What else rounds out your top 5 other than Riv and RCD? Wow, this guy remembers.
That you've played?
Yeah, obviously. Marion. Waterville. National Golf Links. I don't know. I probably said something different like 2 weeks ago. It's such a hard one to nail down.
Riv, Pinehurst.
Cam, you believe it? Pinehurst number 2. You loved it?
Number 2 was great.
Yeah. Hard,
fun.
Hard.
Not impossible.
No, it's doable.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just you got to be chipping it and putting it really well.
Yeah.
All right, Cam Young for birdie here. Laz wants him to win by 10, so we're gonna join Team Laz here. Got a lovely worm cam. He's aiming this about a foot left of the hole. Stroke is good. It's rolling on its line. Is it going to break that much? Nope. He's really just playing like the most
he's just lagging.
Hit it in the middle of the green, miss on the high side, tap it in for par. Nothing too fancy. We got 3 holes left. Top 5 depends on the mood of the day, says A. It really does.
Yeah.
Also, like, Ireland's fresh in my mind, so Waterville I'd probably put up there. Even though Waterville isn't as highly rated as Ballybunny or Lahinch. I mean, I'm kind of out on golf course rankings. Like
the day you had there also, I think, is the biggest factor.
For sure. Well, no, Waterville, I actually got absolutely crushed. Oh, Ahmad, hit it. I got crushed at Waterville. I shot like 85. It was like my
the vibes, though.
Totally. The vibes, like who you're with, what's the weather. We played Hogshead in the morning with Shane Lowry, and then we played Waterville in the afternoon. So it was like one of the most epic days of all time.
I got a big.
No, Joel did not lock his card up, but I'm just going to answer this before you go.
Oh, yeah.
Chris, we explained this earlier in the stream, but basically how it works is that only the top 70 lock after this week. If you're not in the top 70 after this week, you still got to earn it in the fall. You enter another points list. Your points carry over, so you're not starting at 0. So Joel being 90th, he's still in a better spot than someone who's 120. It's not like they all start from 0, but the points now go through the fall, and so it's top 100 after the fall.
Extra reps with the new caddy for Joel.
Well, yeah, I don't think it's going to be his full-time caddy. It's his coach, but someone knew. What were you saying?
Oh, I forget. Sorry.
I made a note to say, like, I'm just going to say this so that you could remember it.
I started thinking about Joel.
All right, Mac Meissner for birdie on 17. This would essentially knock Hubbard out. Nope, he misses it. But where's Hubbs? I think is he even further down now? Yeah, Hubbard's in 77th. So I think he would need like a double bogey from Meissner on 18 probably, I would think, to get to a two-way T2 as opposed to a two-way T3 right now. That might make the difference. Also out on golf course rankings, comparison is the thief of joy. Yeah, it's like, I almost like putting them in like a star category, right? Like every course that's in the top 100 is like a 5-star golf course, right? Every course that's in the top 300 or 400 is like, but like when we're trying to rank, like, oh, what's a better golf course between, Riviera and Pebble Beach? It's like, how long is a piece of string? You know what I mean? There's no like answer to that question.
It's like art criticism.
Yeah, but they don't rank art, do they?
Exactly. They don't rank art. That we shouldn't necessarily. There's so many different like physical and emotional factors that go into like what makes a golf course good. Oh, here you go.
Ahmad, hit it. Just hit it, bro. Hit it. Penalty. Yep, penalty. Yeah. We're on the front foot, bro. We got it. Oh no. Yeah, it's a penalty, buddy. It's a penalty. I didn't touch him. VAR. No, it's a penalty. All right, Davis Thompson and Cameron Young could play an 18-hole playoff against each other, old school U.S. Open style, and not say one fucking word. They are the two biggest mutes out there. Cameron Young, 9-iron. Ooh, backs off on 16.
Asshole, just hit it.
Just hit it, bro. We're trying to get to the house here.
They rank art with dollars. Yeah, that's a good point.
What'd you say?
They rank art with dollars, but even that now is...
well,
I don't think you can even do that with golf
I'm listening to the Boo-Boos now. You know what that is?
Yeah.
Is that bad?
I just don't get it. I don't know what it is. Is it like a Furby?
Yeah, basically. It kind of looks like that. It kind of looks like my cause thing. I got to put this back, by the way. I like this thing. I'm going to give this thing a little more prominence. I like this guy, my sad boy.
But they're just like mascots. They don't do anything. They just like hang off your bag and stuff.
They are. Also, you can't see that one right now. They are. Yeah, they're like, she has it on her keychain.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like they're kind of, but anyways. Yeah, they don't rank art, but they rank golf courses. Maybe I think that's Golf Digest's fault. Like I get why they do it, right? Like it's something you want to see, especially if you're one of those courses.
But they also
Bruno scores 1-0 United. There we go.
They let people pay to become course raters, so they've like completely hacked the system in a brilliant way.
I think it's like $1,500 a year.
Yeah,
but I think you probably get to play free golf, so it probably like pays for itself.
It's a great deal for the consumer, yeah, but for us, they're like, who's this guy that's rating my golf course? You know what I mean, like,
well, apparently he's like they probably take like a. They probably take like an
aggregate of
some sort of like
civilians.
Well, they do, but they probably do some sort of like training. Like this is what you're looking for.
We're gonna approach golf course reviews at Scratch.
Yeah, I was gonna. Do we have a golf course guy? Are we doing that?
No, everybody is a course rater at Scratch, and Zane does this thing. It's like a photo essay called a love letter to, and I think we're just gonna do that. You go to a course that you really like, whether it's known, unknown, write a love letter to it, take a bunch of photos, describe like your experience there and what made it good. And it won't be based on any of that stuff. You know what I mean? It's just about like...
Well, like golf course is a very personal experience. Like
exactly.
I mean, you're asking me like, what are my... Like Brentwood Country Club is one of my favorite places in the world because I grew up there. I play there all the time. I know everybody. I have all these memories of playing with all my friends there. Is it the best golf course in the world? Of course not. But to me, it's pretty special. It's like asking like... I guess they do rank songs. That's like a thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's kind of like a...
But that's also...
Like a novelty thing, yeah.
Yeah. Movie, like any art that's ranked is just... You have to be like, okay, well, I care what this publication or the people that speak for this publication, I like their opinions.
Yeah, so Laz says the Valley Club in Montecito, which is arguably the best golf experience I've ever had, has long had the position to avoid rankers and rankings. Yeah, there's other ones that aren't, just don't even let raters out there, so you don't know what they are.
Yeah.
So much human bias can play into it. Says the exclusivity of Wingfoot probably jacks it up in relation to Waterville, like you mentioned. Yeah, and also like having majors in the past, right? Like Wingfoot has had, I think, 7 U.S. Opens or something. Waterville has had 0, Open Championships, so that's gonna make a difference. Yeah, it's
the reason you can't use dollars to rank it is what we experienced in Ireland, how there's like so many places that they just change the price to make it popular. Like once the price goes up,
so I had this experience. So my dad planned the trip, and my dad looks at course rankings and sees what the best courses in Ireland are and wants to play those, and until we get it. But so we were out in Ireland, and some guys were like, "Oh, where'd you play?" And we listed all the courses. He's like, "Oh, so you just like looked at a list and played the top 8?" And we were like, "Yeah, basically." He's like, "You know that all these courses in Ireland, when they're 50 pounds, the Americans don't go, and then all they have to do is change their greens fee to 200 pounds, and it's like full."
My taxi driver told me the exact same story, like exactly like
it's definitely a real thing. Like, And it's true. Like, I mean, I went to Target today, and we were looking for a fan for our room because it gets a little stuffy in there. And one of the fans was like $30, and I was like, I think I'm gonna get the next night. Like, I'm not gonna get the least expensive fan. I'm gonna get the one that's more expensive.
Yeah,
knowing
it's like bottles of wine when you
right, like exactly, like yeah. Don't they say like the wine you shouldn't get is the second cheapest one?
Right.
Because everyone gets, they don't want to get the cheapest. You don't want to be the asshole who gets the cheapest wine on the menu. So the second cheapest one is the one that's like most overpriced. It's a real thing, but it's an American thing. It's an American thing. I think it's very much an American thing.
Yeah, because we're as an electorate, like we're the
most
gullible.
Hell yeah.
Open wallet.
Yeah, take my money. All right, Davis Thompson on 18. That's got some speed, but it's on a great line, and it just rolls past the right side. But Davis Thompson, he might need to make a par here. Let's see. I don't know. Maybe the chat can help us understand because we're watching on mute, so they have stat guys who are doing math for them. We don't have stat guys who are doing math for us. We're just looking at the same thing that you.
I'm a creative. I don't do math.
Cameron Young just blew it past on 16. He's got about 8 feet left for par. Dan Rapaport, Live Golf looking for fans. I don't get it.
That's a handshake in between.
I know. I got it. I don't get what he's saying, though. Played with the course rater at Soul Park twice. First time he played great. Loved the course. Second time he played poorly and wondered why Hans did what he did on the unplayable putting surfaces. Golf Digest is, looking for fans. It's a joke about I went to buy a fan. I thought he was being a dick. I was like, Golf Digest is just a bot rank. Haha, all of them are. You know the one I actually kind of like that I've seen recently? And again, I'm not really for rankings, but Top 100 golf courses seems to be doing it right. Yeah, look up top 100 golf courses. Nico cannot get the ball in the hole. This is hard to watch on this back nine here. Man. The 147 custodian list is a refreshing view on courses. I think 2-putt Nance said would make the playoffs. So then he needs to make 2-putt from there or 2-putt from the first one because he's got some work to do for a 2-putt. Mr. Davis Thompson. Golf Digest is just and then Golf Magazine also has a ranking. So we don't have a golf course guy. I guess it's like it's probably a traffic play. It probably gets a lot of traffic.
It
Top 100 courses.
Traffic,
yeah.
And they can sell sponsorships against it like really easily because it's a thing. It's like people go to it
every
year for it.
Right. All right, here's Cam Young on 16. That also looks like one of those tailor-made putters. Or maybe it's one of the new Scotties. I'm not sure, but this is for par. Nice born Cam here. He looks like it's got it lined up just outside the right edge.
It's a Scotty.
He's just missing everything on the
another lag side. Putt from 4 feet.
That one's trickling. That one is trickling. So he's not even going to set a record. He's not even going to win by 8. Nah. This is going to be like a total nothing burger.
He's playing around if I want to see that.
That is an interesting putter from Davis Thompson. That's missing. That was a very, very poor putt, and that one's not necessarily in yet. So I don't know what's going on here with the FedEx Cup. Can someone tell me? Because I still see Davis Thompson at 68th, but I don't know if he's finished yet. Davis Thompson has 3-putted the last hole. He started it in a tie for 6th at 13 under par. Rand Morissette driving the criteria Golf Magazine is excellent. Picks the Raiders, and they are very hard spots to get. Okay, so so Golf Digest, Davis Thompson makes it. So let's see what he's projected here. This is a magic moment for us on mute. We don't know anything. Started 78th, projected.
Oh, he's not going to make it.
71st. The 3-putt at the last did him in. The 3-putt at the last might have done Davis Thompson in. Get ready to learn fall golf, buddy.
That facial expression was everything.
Oh, no.
It was like he saw the graphic.
A 3-putt at the last. Cameron Young is in for bogey on 16. A 3-putt at the last for Davis Thompson could send him to the fall, and it could be what our friend, the captain of the Lusitania, Matty Schmid, needed to make the playoffs. So what he's saying is Golf Magazine has I think Golf Digest has 1,500 raters or something crazy. So it's actually kind of they're just printing money.
And
if you, because you pay them to be a rater, right?
I think so.
No, golf. It sounds like they have a much smaller group. Mac Meissner is safely on the green at 18. That was a pretty good shot. So that's probably it for Mark Hubbard. Yeah, he had a 2-putt from 46 feet to make the playoffs. Davis Thompson missed the playoffs.
It would be his facial expression.
Yeah, he looked sad.
Just right after that graphic played.
He looked really sad. I'm sorry, Davis Thompson.
Davis.
It's crazy, man.
Guy with two last names.
We always talk about it like it's going to come down to one shot. It's just going to, like, every single year it comes down to somebody three-putting the last hole.
Three-putt.
Yeah, three-putt from 46 feet on the last hole.
Ooh.
Nico
yeah, I like
with
that.
a bullet. Do you see what I'm saying? He goes like this, and then he brings it around. He brings that thing around. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father, prepare to die.
Schmitty's the bubble boy now.
Let's see if it updated. Yep, Davis Thompson to 71st, and Lusitania, Matty Schmid. And you know what he did, though? He birdied 4 of his last 6. And we said, I don't know if it's going to matter. It mattered in the end.
Because someone might make a 3-putt.
Because someone might 3-putt in the end. You can't, like... I mean, you just have to play golf. You just have to play golf. We're doing all these, like, math problems. It's like, just get in the fucking hole.
The strategy doesn't change.
No, just get it in the hole. My dad said that to me when we were in Ireland. He's like, Dan, should I play match play or try to make birdies? I'm like, I didn't realize you were prime Tiger Woods. Like, just try to fucking get the ball in the hole. You know what I mean?
Yeah, in the fewest amount of shots. Ooh. Oh!
Hit it again. Hit it. Oh, dude, we're all over them, by the way. I love what I'm seeing out of United.
Absolutely buzzing.
Dan, what's your longest drive? This feels like a dick measuring contest. Matty Schmidt is the bubble boy now, thanks to that 3-putt with 620 points. Saturn now given the pissing contest between the PGA and Liv, and now we're going from 100 to 70. I just want to know if Phil Mickelson's going to get his way, and then Liv has 30 events and then 8 signature events, and then the PGA Tour recreated Liv only for Liv to just immediately recreate the PGA Tour.
Whatever keeps the carousel going
Whatever
around,
keeps it going. Whatever keeps it going. Liv, their first couple seasons, they tried to avoid like all the big PGA Tour events because their whole thing was like, you can play them easy, you can play them both. It's them who's big. They have 3 events in a row to end the season, and it's the same week as the playoffs. They just have like a full overlap. My longest drive, I actually probably could tell you that. I don't want to.
That's a weird question, though.
It is a weird question.
I've hit a drive 320 yards.
It's a strange question. I don't know. I don't know. Like, probably when I was like 16, I probably hit one like 400 yards and was like, oh my God, I hit one 400 yards.
Yeah, on like a downhill.
According to Arcos, distance versus accuracy, see your driving.
I wonder if it's the one you hit on Friday that on that par 5.
On 14?
Yeah.
No, because I was like, it's definitely some like downhill. Personal bests. Personal bests. 351.7 yards at Hogshead. On July 11th.
That's pretty baller.
My personal best for greens was I hit 17 greens on Friday.
On Friday.
The only one I missed by about 40 yards. So it wasn't close.
Yeah, we witnessed history on Friday.
Yeah, it was a fun round. Herculean effort today, Ben and Dan. Great work. I'm outie. See you, Laz. Thanks for what's up, bro? I caddied for you at Blue Jack. What's up, Jordan? Wait, was that when we played with did we play with Sawhith? Am I making that up, Jordan? I feel like we played with Sawhith and Bobby Gates, didn't we? Back at Blue Jack? Bobby Gates, who made it. Remember, he was the guy who you filmed the interview with me at Quail, and it was like unusable. Yeah. It was like the most boring thing of all time. We were like, oh, this guy made it. I played with him. Yes, I do remember that round at Blue Jack. That was fun. I was hitting my driver terrible, but I remember I was wedging it really nice.
That guy made Cam Young look like a star.
Here's Kovven. We haven't seen him in a long time. Must not have been a good back nine. No, he's doing fine. Why haven't they showed Jackson?
No.
Why would you not show the #1 amateur in the world who's in 6th place in your golf tournament? And we talked about his putting. Bang. And there's a hope for Jackson Kovven. Birdie at the last. Where's the coverage showing him? That might be a top 5 finish for the world #1 amateur. 68, 66, 65, 67. And if this is your first time hearing Jackson Kovven, you obviously haven't been watching our show recently. This kid is the real deal. Going to be a junior at Auburn. Already has his PGA Tour card locked up through PGA Tour U Accelerated. He'll be on the Walker Cup team at Cyprus. Played this week instead of playing the Western Am. And he finished 5th. And he's happy. He is going to have to forfeit probably a $300,000 check. But you know what? That young man's making some NIL money. He's got a bunch of logos on there. And it's a great investment because he is the real deal. He's a future star in our game. Jackson Kovven. They should have showed him more. What an absurd putt at the last. But that's the thing with Jackson. Whenever you ask anybody, they say his putting is unbelievable. They say if it doesn't go in, it rolls right next to the hole. Here is Cameron Young on 17. I'm going to take a wild guess that this is not close. Oh, phenomenal shot from Cam there.
Yes.
To about 40 feet with a wedge. No, he's going into his junior year. It will be interesting to see if Jackson Kovven falls into the trap Gordon Sargent did. Gordon deferred his status. His senior year went to hell. Will that happen to Jackson? We'll see. The NIL totally changes that conversation, though, right? Like if there was no money involved, it'd be a much easier decision. But he's got the logos on his shirt. I'm sure that Auburn's putting together a nice little package for him to stay.
That's
you
what
know,
I'm saying. Like
he's already signed with Titleist. Like it's not like back in the day where you had to wait till you turn pro.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I don't think there's a golfer whose life I would swap with more quickly than Jackson Kovven right now because he is making money. He's playing on the PGA Tour.
Auburn,
He's
too.
going back to college.
He ain't going to. He's not going to Northwestern. I mean, no disrespect to where I went. He is at Auburn. It's a lot of fun stuff at Auburn.
Golf playground.
We'll just put it that way.
Yeah, senior year, he's the man.
A lot of fun stuff it's good. Jackson Kovven is basically, that summer between your senior year of high school and when you go to college, and you're just like, I got the whole world in front of me. Life is good. He's got that, plus a bunch of money in the bank, plus he's the #1 amateur, plus he gets to play the Walker Cup at Cyprus, plus he's the back-to-back SEC champion, first guy to win back-to-back SEC titles since 1979. He did it his freshman and his sophomore year. He is,
and he's gonna go play at the Olympic Club.
He is as real as it gets. He is as real as it gets. Jackson Kovven, man. Is that his pops?
He loved that putt too.
Yeah,
his emotion afterward was great.
And some people were, there was a little bit of Jackson got a sponsor invite into this week, and there were a couple guys saying, even the guys I was playing golf with, I don't like him. It's the Wyndham. It's the last week of the regular season. Like the invite should go to the guys who are right on the bubble. It's play better.
No.
The reason that Wyndham is, pays a lot of money to sponsor this tournament is they wanted Jackson to play, and now Jackson loves Wyndham because they gave him an invite, and he'll probably play it, a few more times than he would have earlier in his career.
And I think if you're the PGA Tour, you're happy because your golf audience is getting introduced to the next big star. Someone that they're going to
even though they didn't. That was the first putt we saw.
Wow, that's
wasn't
on
it?
the broadcast. No,
early
on the back nine, maybe.
Yeah. I thought he was when they showed him. I thought he was going to be like 9 under because they hadn't shown him. He was 13 under.
Shot what, a 31 or a 30 on the front?
He shot 32, 35. Yeah, but they didn't show him at all in the back. But what a finish for this kid, man.
Cam Young's winning, so he's allowed to play ho-hum golf.
It's just like amazing that like Jackson Kovven just like shat on Max Homa this week. Like shat on. Thigala was in the field, saw him, completely lost year.
Youth, man.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little rundown of guys who missed the playoffs. I think tomorrow. I think it's a good time to do it. Oh, that's gonna be 1-1. What a challenge! Oh my God, he might have broken his leg though. Oh, please be okay, Diogo.
Team on his back there.
That was crazy. Yeah, he didn't mean to. It was like he didn't see him coming, and so he was trying to shoot it, and he just hit his leg as hard as he could. Watch this. It was a really sick tackle, but this guy didn't see him coming, and you see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
That was almost like a knee when Neiman stomped on his bag.
Wait, we'll be able to see if there's a cracked bone here.
So look, he turns, he doesn't see him coming, he gets there first and just right in the ankle.
That might be a knee.
It could be a knee, it could be an ankle.
Might have twisted him up.
Is he up though? It looks like he's up. Yeah, he's okay. All right, Diogo. Attaboy. Way to set an example. Got to go, boys. It's been a pleasure. Can't wait for the show tomorrow. Appreciate you, Chris. Chris. Auburn has to be happy that Jackson deferred his status. He had one hell of a summer. He's one hell of a player. My boy Hubb's going to miss it. I caddy for him at Blue Jack as well. He is going to miss it, unfortunately, Jordan. He had a nice look at birdie at the last, but Mac Meissner's run, and then also Alex Noren shooting 64. But you know what? Hubbard shot 63, and he's going to go in at like 73, 74. So he's going to start kind of near the top. So hopefully Hubbs will be good. He's been playing well recently.
Just take the momentum.
But they have to wait.
Yeah.
Now they have 3 weeks of off.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's a long
off. And I think there's actually one additional week with no tournament. So I think the first one is Napa in like September 4th or something like that.
You should play in some member guests.
Or they could play in, I think they could definitely go play on the Corn Ferry Tour if they want. But, it's.
Can you do that? They can just go play it.
I don't know what the deal is. I don't know. That's actually an interesting question. Like, what happens if Scotty was like, hey, can I play in the Corn Ferry event next week? I mean, they'd find a spot for Scotty. But that is an interesting question. Maybe someone in the chat knows. Like, what if Mark Hubbard said, oh, like, if I wanted, I'm actually going to text him.
Just to get
actually, no, he's probably a little hot right now. But he shot 63 in the final round. He doesn't have a lot to be, like, upset about.
He probably cooled down since the 18th green.
And he's also going to make, like, a gazillion dollars today. So.
Yeah, he did an interview.
I'm going to ask him. Fuck it. Whoa, that was weird. Do you see that?
No. Did it autocorrect KFC to KFC?
No, it just put like an Apple logo.
Oh, Aaron Rodgers just hit a nice chaser.
This is the defending champion. This was the event last year where Matt Kuchar made everybody come back on Monday. Can you imagine if we were? Right. Can you imagine if we were on the watch along when that was going on?
Who did he do it for?
Max Grazerman.
Grazerman.
And then I had him on foreplay afterward. He was like, I don't know what he's talking about. Yeah. He was like, I didn't talk to him. Also, he was talking about Max like he was like 22. He was 30. He was like, I just wanted to set an example for Max, and Max was like, that was really weird that he said that.
He's like, I'm a man. I'm 40.
He's like, I don't know what he's talking about. We didn't talk the whole day. Like, just a bizarre scene. Nico misses an...
Oh, that was weird.
Nico is just limping to the finish here. KFT is Pinnacle Bank Championship next week.
Bust out the pinnacles.
Here's Chris Kirk on 18. We're getting to the finish line here. We appreciate all of you guys for watching along with us. I know this has been a weird one. We talked a lot about the Vanderbilts. We talked a lot about the singing of the Lusitania. We talked a lot about ChatGPT.
We never claimed that we wouldn't talk about other stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not in the bylaws.
Not every stream is the final round of the U.S. Open.
We're also, more than just golf media.
That's exactly right.
ChatGPT said about us.
Exactly. Yeah, if you want just straight golf takes, this probably isn't the...
Do you guys even know how much I know about potato chips?
Yeah, but you don't know shit. You didn't know shit about the sinking of the Lusitania.
Facts.
Stop missing putts high, Cameron. It's starting to piss me off now.
They're lagged.
You know what I mean?
He doesn't want to list them low.
Stop doing that. Like, maybe read 20% less break than you're reading, because I'm just tired of watching you fucking
He's sticking to his process.
Dude, he's bogey the last two. He's going to end up winning by 5. It's not even going to be like, that's sick.
Not that sick.
You guys entertain us with Cameron Young putting this away early. Daniel Summerhays, Trace Crow, Shad Tootin, and Robbie Shelton lead Utah at -15. Johnny Kiefer is -13. Thoughts on Augusta Hooters closing legendary spot? We had a chirp on the show where someone said that John Daly should buy it because that's where he signs autographs, and name it Claret Jugs.
Rick said that.
Yeah, that's funny as hell. We got to ask him about that. Oh, wait. Did I just spoil it? Maybe I did. Scotty Scheffler in first place in the FedEx Cup, and Rory McIlroy, who is not playing next week, is second. And it makes total sense. We're going to talk about it tomorrow.
He can't mathematically, he's going to play at East Lake no matter what.
He can't. Yes, correct. There's no possible chance. He's won a major and 2 signature events. There's no.
So he's like, I didn't win the FedEx Cup, so I don't need to, whatever.
Well, so last year he finished second to last in Memphis, and he dropped 2 spots. So he's probably like, why the fuck did I even play?
Right.
It's so hot. Would I rather just be home? And Rory also finally looked proper celebrated. There was he looked like he was getting after it in those videos, which is great. It's what we've been wanting Rory to do. But would you rather have an extra? What a ball! What a goal! God, that was a really crisp goal from Everton. Wow, that was a sick finish, huh? Ndaye.
I wonder if those guys like McIlroy even nickel and dime these bonus checks that they get.
That's it's not. Yeah, I mean, Scotty got 18. 10 million, I think,
and an additional 8 for the Comcast.
No, that's what he got. So he got whatever it was. The payout is after this week. Then there's another payout after BMW, where the cumulative points end, and then it wipes clean. But Rory's probably thinking if I win BMW, I'm going to win that either way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Unless Scotty wins, which he absolutely probably will. But I don't think Rory's got $400 million or whatever.
If there are hundreds of thousands of dollars between second and 6th place, you still get to go play East Lake. You still going to go play.
At a certain point for Rory, it's what is this worth to me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Is a $500,000 check worth a week of my time that I don't have to spend in Memphis, Tennessee in August? You probably paid $1 million to be on a yacht in France for the week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For a guy like Rory, it makes sense. But again, it's not like an epidemic, he's the only guy who's skipping. Right? It's not it's a massive problem.
And
but
I don't see a reason for more guys.
I don't see a reason for
become a swell.
I don't think it's going to become a swell. But for Rory, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
A guy who's talked about, I've accomplished everything I want to accomplish in my career. He's already won the FedEx Cup 3 times, right? And he still can win it. All you got to do is win the Tour Championship. He's going to be there no matter what. He'd rather be fresh for that.
So are you going to play next week?
I'll say this. I wouldn't be surprised if Rory doesn't play BMW either.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Him specifically, you keep saying
him specifically. I would not be surprised if he just like, I don't know, just go to East Lake. I mean, the tour wouldn't love that, but like he also has.
I think has leverage and has.
Well, he also is like he did everything for the tour. They left him. They
Exactly.
hung him out to dry. So I don't think that like them calling him and being like, Rory, we really need you.
It's like when you're on a business trip and you like put a meal on your personal card. You're like, oh man, if I ever get called out on like my corporate expense, I'd be like, yeah, you know what?
Yeah, I
would
actually
buy a meal on my own
You know
time.
when I went and spoke every single week, and then you guys made a deal behind my back.
Yeah.
No, but it's. I would not be surprised if he doesn't play BMW either. Like, he said the whole year that what he was looking forward to, or what he said at the Ryder Cup, or what he said at the Open, was that he was looking forward to the Open and the Ryder Cup. He had a great week at the Open, finished in the top 10, gave all the fans everything that they wanted. And this is not he did not say the FedEx Cup. He said the Open and the Ryder Cup. And Rory's on his history diet. You know?
He wants his bucket list item. The only thing he hasn't done is the away Ryder Cup.
Falls in for Aaron Rye. A little Tiger on 16 action there. So Aaron Rye ties Jackson Kovven in a tie for 5th at 14 under par. But it's a top 5 finish for Jackson Kovven.
That makes me happy.
Big time. Yeah.
It's fun to be getting to know these young guys like at this stage.
Well, that's one of the reasons why I like doing the college series. You know? Like and going to NCAAs and all that stuff. And I was locked into the Western Am yesterday.
I'm thinking about like when I was a younger fan of golf and I didn't necessarily care about anybody but the biggest guys, and now I'm paying attention to everybody, and I know that when I'm like 60 and I'm watching golf, I'd be like, oh man, I remember when Quinn came on the scene, like
100%. I remember when he was at Auburn. That's what I'm gonna say. I remember when I was with him as a freshman year in Auburn.
Tell your kids I played golf with him in Auburn.
Yeah. His personal isn't Rory sponsored by BMW? I'm not sure. Didn't 1 year Rory finish Memphis dead last? It was last year, last place. It was like it was Rory, Spieth, and Homa. I remember that. They were the 3 last. His personal life went to hell if you followed Full Swing. He tried to leave Eric after Wells Fargo. Something happened, delayed it. Was that in Full Swing? I don't think that was in Full Swing. So. Eugenio Chikara was a freshman at Wake when Cam was a senior at Wake. Just learned crazy. Yeah, Eugenio transferred to Oklahoma State. I'll leave it at that. Don't know the reason.
I love when they get the sponsors in like while the leaders walking down the fairway.
There's
they're like,
absolutely, they're like, wrap this up. Let's get this thing going. Women's wear provided by
Catherine Way. Hey, shout out to my wife. Spelled differently though.
Is that her name?
Catherine, my wife.
But no, her last name's not Way.
No, it's not Way.
So that cool sweatshirt, or that cool suit, I should say, that Amanda was wearing was like Catherine Way?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Shout out to Catherine Way. This is the hole that Matt Kuchar played by himself last Monday. If you're still here, you guys are crazy. There's 60 of you still here. We'll take it.
That's awesome.
Oh, 1-1 in the United game. Cameron Young, not going to set a record, not going to do anything fun. I'm going to get to talk to him after the round. I'm going to try to break him. What should I ask him, guys? You guys have any thoughts on what I should ask him?
What are your guys' questions for young Cam?
Are you enjoying yourself out there? Promise me you're enjoying yourself out there.
Oh,
do you feel like you're good enough to be on the Ryder Cup team?
That's a good question.
Is there, what's your ceiling? I don't know. We'll think of some good ones.
How does it feel to have won during Ian Baker Finch's last
IBS? Yes. Many people are saying that you overshadowed Ian Baker Finch.
What do you have to say to the haters?
What do you have to say to the people who said you should have let Ian Baker Finch win the tournament? Nico.
I mean, you could ask.
Nico's gonna fall out of the top 20 if
he was at 16 this morning.
Yeah, he's making an absolute mess. This happens on Sundays. Like, it's happened a few times on Sundays with Nico, and I don't know why. This is the start of Cam Young, multiple wins or one and done. Definitely multiple wins. You're seeing, obviously, like, he's going to end up winning by 6 or whatever it is, but he could have easily won this tournament by 10. Like, he has breakaway potential. That's the reason why people have been so frustrated with him recently, is because he does have such jaw-dropping talent. Like, this is a 509-yard par 4. He hits a 360-yard drive, and then he hits a wedge to, 10 feet, 8 feet. Like, he has a gear, and he's going to miss out on the high side because he's been doing it all day.
He's going to lag a 12-footer on the high side.
Did Cameron Young see the record inside of -23 when he teed off yesterday? Probably not.
There's a watch party at Sleepy Hollow inside that Vanderbilt.
Wow, I've never been in that room at Sleepy Hollow.
Looks cool.
It does look cool.
Nice little outdoor bar.
Nice little outdoor bar, yeah. From the streets of the Bronx to a PGA Tour winner. Maybe I'll make that joke. I'm going to.
You should say that to him.
Say,
kick that off.
Yeah, I'm gonna say a kid from the Bronx to finally get his first PGA Tour win. I'm gonna bring it back 100%. He'll know. It's like a thing.
Has anyone ever brought up the boring thing to him? Said what do you say to people that think people watching you play golf is boring because you don't emote?
I'll figure out a way to word the question that's not that direct. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll figure out a way to ask the question that's not just what do you say to people who say? You know, one of those. That's the Sunday conversation special.
The secret way of saying I say this all the time.
What do you say to people who say that you are terrible to watch and that people don't like watching?
And by people who say, I mean me to my wife every week.
What do you say? What do you say to people who say?
Here's your boy, Ruben.
Ruben. That's how I say it in Portuguese. Ruben. Ask Cam about the MLB sponsorship. I do think people are kind of.
I've always been
a little bit curious about that. Like, do you get tickets? Like, how did that?
He's not the only guy, too.
Yeah, are you just love baseball? You're just putting on for the league. You know what I mean? Could we get a PGA Tour logo on there?
Is he a Yankees fan?
Yeah.
Is he a Mets fan?
He's also got Mutual of Omaha, Cisco, iCapital, MasterCard, and RBC.
RBC, yeah. Big RBC. They like that big sleeve patch.
Left sleeve. All right, guys, we're at the finish line here.
He's gonna hit a lag putt.
We're gonna hit one more lag putt. If Cam Young misses this on the high side, I'll end the stream 5 seconds earlier than I would have otherwise. That's a threat.
You want to turn it off before he taps it in?
That's a threat.
If he misses this,
if he is, Ask Cam about what led to his good play this week. Did he want to show up the critics that he said wouldn't win? Okay, that's a decent idea. There is David. Oh, there's the Peter Millar woman. I used to work with her at Barstool. She does their social media. So, and they're based in Charlotte, so this is probably a fun one for them. Yeah. You ever been to Greensboro?
No.
Nor have I.
Good shirts though, Peter Millar.
I thought you were gonna say good shirts, Greensboro. I was like,
they got good shirts down there.
They're known for their shirts down in Greensboro. All right, Nico. I want to see a top 20 finish, especially because you were in second place, solo second going into the final round. Where's Nico going to drop to, actually? I'm curious. He just keeps going. 62nd. So he's still going to make the playoffs, but man. What a disappointing back nine.
Cam Young with the lettuce? I'm coming around.
You like it? Yeah, he does have good hair. And he's got a great beard, a very full beard.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Echeverria from just off the green.
He's going to give Cam a read.
That's going to keep rolling.
Or he won't.
That is, yeah, dude.
Still his turn.
What is he shooting on this back nine? My goodness, Nico. He's 5 over for the day. He's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's 6 over. He's got that putt to shoot 41 on the back. Could be a 42 on the back nine. That is expensive. That is expensive. And he's going to finish before Cam? Is that the classy move? Yeah, he is going to finish before Cam. Thoughts on Davis Thompson on 18? Pressure is real. That was he probably felt just as much pressure as he was like trying to win, you know? It changes everything not being in the playoffs. It changes absolutely everything. He's going to have to play in the fall now.
How about Chris Kirk jumping 12 spots? They showed that right. We were talking about something else and he came on. He went from
Let's see.
73.
Yep, from 73 to 61. Yeah, he needed a hot week and got it. Come on, Nico. I don't want to see another bogey here out of Nico Echeverria. He's a friend of the program. He's a lovely kid. And he got it.
He got it.
All right, Nico. Well done. 34-41. Not the best back nine.
And now the moment we've all been waiting for.
The moment that we have been streaming for an hour and 49 minutes just waiting for.
The lag putt watched around the globe.
This was the snooziest watch along. We had Brian Harmon at Valero. That was pretty bad. But this was worse. I can't remember a single shot he hit.
This was snoozier, but we were better at this than we were then. So I feel like
I had more fun. Well, I was also alone.
Oh yeah,
I was alone, so that was a bit of a struggle. But no, I thought we did a pretty good job talking about a bunch of random shit. You know, come on, let's finish with a birdie. Let's win by 7, 23 under. You could tie the scoring record. Let's see it, Cam Young. He's got about 12 feet, maybe 15 feet. For a final birdie for Cam Young to win his first tour event in style. Nope.
Missed it on the high side.
No, I missed it on the low side. I think it was going left.
Oh, that was breaking right.
Yeah, he made a correction for us. All right, Cameron Young. Finally a tour winner.
Congrats, young man.
We had to wait a long time. We were sweating the outcome. There's a smile. No teeth in the smile. It was a bit of a smirk, but yeah, that's it. He's trying to smile. Give us a smile. The hair is good. The hair is good. Nico's all smiles for him.
He is.
Nico's like, enjoy yourself, my friend.
Dad doesn't look too thrilled either.
Yeah, it runs in the family. All right, that's going to be it from us, guys. That's going to be it from us. That was a battle. We all did it together. We love you guys very much. I'll see you all very soon.